Oh, let's see. This is a little high, but that's fine. We'll adjust it as we go. No worries. Andy, glad you made it. Hi, Flava. How's your Monday going? Good to see you both. Sorry, I'm trying to add a button to my Stream Deck real quick. So this. Huh? Okay, yeah, it works. Good. Good to know. Hello. Oh, Dash of Daisy. Sassy girly. Hello to both of you. Good Monday to you. I hope you are all recovered from the weekend. Down my music a little bit. Hello. How was your weekend? Mine was good. Yeah. Last night, Mr. Sharp and I got to do a quick little guest spot on the Nurse Huckleberry show. She was on front page yesterday for her birthday. It was super duper fun. I have a lot of that's what the phone camera's picking up over here. All these leftover pieces and bits. Art filled. You wrote your first Pisanka of the year yesterday. Okay, I have questions. I've always wanted to make Pisanki eggs. That has always looked so fun. But the little was it the little tool where you melt the wax and it drips out in the little thingy? I don't know. I'm sure it would be just a quick internet search and an impulse buy away for me. But anything where you have to get specialized equipment is a little intimidating for me. You know what I mean? Kistka, not Polish. Wow. Or is it Ukrainian? I don't know. Where do Pisanki eggs come from? My goodness. Well, hello, Richie. Oh yeah. Drop and pull. Oh, you drip some wax and then pull, drag a line from it. Interesting, but I bet the evenness of the line, right? The thickness of the line would be tricky. It's Ukrainian, but also a Polish tradition. Yeah. Okay. Well, Daisy, I would if you want to actually, are you in our Discord? If you are, I'd say drop the links in the Came Up on Stream channel, because that'll be good for me. But then also anyone else who is passing interested could take a look at it. Nice. Yeah. The wax flow. It's almost like if people have been doing a thing for hundreds of years, they've developed specialized tools to help them do that. And I appreciate that expertise. Super cool. Thank you, Dash. Yeah. Batik dye. I'm finding out so much stuff. And thank you, Splorpy Plorp, for 29 months. Yes. Let's go. We're almost to 30. On the bus back from your Easter weekend. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, but better to be getting looked at. And big hugs to you. Yeah, we'll ride the bus with you. Hold me out the window. Wow. Amazing. It's actually kind of boring. I can see why you'd want to be watching the stream instead. Ooh, okay. Oh, you like to party, K-pop? I see how it is. Oh, you're that kind of mom. Hi, Miami Beach. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you. Honestly, Dash, when I think about it, the tool seems pretty simple. How do you heat them? Are they self-heated? Do you heat them with a little lighter? I've never done it. That was a sad drink, K-pop. I'm gonna drink more of this. London next week. Oh my gosh, how exciting! seeing Miami. Wait. What time? Oh, Richie, what time will it be in London when the stream is happening? But that's cool. Awesome. Very simple. You can get an electric one, which is what you hold them over a candle flame. How fun! You get to do this like with a little candle on the table. It's very I don't know. I have a very soft spot in my heart for like old school like handicrafts, you know? I love it. 6:22. Ah, look at that, Miami and Richie's. Perfect timing. Okay, so that wouldn't be too bad. You'd be after your work day. Just checking out little balloon stuff. Mr. Sharp Balloons, you have brought me my adorable piggy mug. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Oh, friends, have I told you about how our son does high fives?
Don't bring it up.
Oh, your wife is going for it and you're going for fun. Heck yes. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, is it a work vacation? Well, for one of us it's work and for one of us it's vacation. But I do love that because that'll be much more fun for her. Yeah? Oh, wonderful. Oh, a heat gun. And you need to wipe it all off. I have a heat gun.
She has a heat gun.
That I have.
She loves a chance to use the heat gun.
Yes, the magical hand that brings the bean water can confirm I have a heat gun. I used it to bend the PVC when I made that triangle frame for the Google Play thing.
Bending reality to her will. If by reality you mean PVC part.
What does PVC stand for?
Pretty
versatile construction equipment.
Yeah.
Pretty versatile conduit.
Cylinder.
Plastic vinyl conduit.
Yeah. That's plastic
processed
vinyl
conduit.
This is processed vinyl conduit. You know, what make sure is you use regular vinyl conduit. That would make sure that we're
very crunchy.
It is.
Probably voraciously
poor, viscous coagulates.
The best kind of
elsewhere, because that'll clog your PVC pipes.
Yeah.
You gotta use boiling water or maybe a Drano.
I guess nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
The mystery will last forever.
Hey, Miami Beach balloon guy.
Last night, yesterday was a lot of things.
Polyvinyl chloride. You got the vinyl.
I got vinyl.
Daisy, thank you. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I got one word.
On the other hand, we said a total of, 75 words, and one of them was correct.
Oh, Dash. I'm so glad. I love it here, too. Potentially very crunchy. I mean, unless you use the heat gun, then it's all chewy and bendy. Ooh. Yeah, do not recommend. Ooh. 80 words. Yeah, exactly. Look, 1 out of 80.
1 out of 80.
Do you know how many
bad
words there are?
Yeah, well, great point.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
When you're like in all of the possible words we could have said, even if you narrow it down to those that begin with P, V, and C.
I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get poly.
Yeah.
Chloride, okay, sure. We weren't going to get chloride.
I wasn't going to get chloride.
We weren't going to get chloride. But like poly, that's just a classic, prefix, Latinate, root.
Yeah. Anything that's like chemical.
Yeah. Chemicals love poly
but it
stuff.
doesn't, yeah, exactly. It's true. Chemicals are very open-minded.
True.
Yeah. They're in polycules all the time. I agree, Dash. I agree. Pretty dash good odds.
Pretty dashing good.
So yeah. Yesterday was Easter for those who celebrate.
I was going to say Nurse Huckleberry's birthday, but we all have different holidays that are important to us.
We all have different reasons we're hiding eggs. Some of us stockpiling.
Sure.
Investing.
Not a great thing to stockpile, but all right.
Yeah, no, does not keep
I've been saving eggs for 80 years.
bury them in the backyard.
Now, finally, my time has come. Who wants to buy my 80-year-old eggs? I'll beat grocery store prices.
You know what they say? Gold and eggs. That's what
Right.
you invest in uncertain times.
You know, when you turn on, some like
advice.
terrible talk radio, and they're like,
As opposed to that good talk.
buy eggs. Smart investors know to buy eggs.
Exactly.
Send in your eggs for cash now.
I did hear that, Miami.
Maybe
I did hear.
I did hear that. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of things.
Actually, it's funny. When somebody like that dies, it's hard not to.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, even I'm like pretty out of touch, but it's
That guy. All right, I heard about that guy.
pretty big guy.
Oh wait, the hat guy?
What is the wisdom of the day? Well. Look at what the gravity
Well.
dropped in. Well.
Look what gravity dropped in.
Is that Jason Statham without? He can't
I
pronounce his
thought I
R.
was tougher than Jason Statham, but it's all right.
Oh,
Like a tough guy.
I'm like a tough guy.
I'm from England.
Yeah, what's your name?
Tough. Guy tough?
Guy Tough.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Well. Guy tough.
Well.
Tough guy.
Well,
That's what it says on my
yeah.
business card. Guy tough.
Guy Tough.
Tough guy.
Sorry, Richie. Richie, I'd like to apologize. Blanket apology
Who you think
from
told,
America.
Who you think told me about the stream?
Tarthroni agreed. Seemed like a good guy. I did not know him.
I mean, he was like the top pope of my lifetime, and you can say what you will about the quality of that company.
Right? Again, in all of the possible popes there could have been, he was pretty good. Pretty good guy. Champion of the poor.
I hope the next pope is at least as liberal as this pope, but we'll see.
Yes. I'd like to see the smoke come out of that Overton.
Darthroni, thank you. I appreciate that. Someone who said
yes.
tendonitis last week, please stretch. I appreciate everyone taking care of the lady that takes care of us.
It is really important because I am not good at remembering to stretch, and I forget. As much of a joke as it is for me to be like, my body is my instrument, it really is. So I can't function. I'm not stretching and hydrating. I had 2 parties on Oyster Sunday. It's when you go looking for pearls.
Sure.
Oyster Sunday. And
And all the kids get their pearl diving baskets, and they go to the backyard, and they hunt for pearls, and you open up. Wait, are the eggs the pearls, or are the eggs the oysters? We just made this up
we
just now.
literally just made this. I think the eggs are oysters. You paint the shells.
Ooh.
You see what I did there.
Oh, I like that.
You see what I did. Oysters are nature's Easter eggs. Discuss. No,
Yeah.
but so I had the first party was at this very fancy private invitation only club, private social club. My goodness.
What was it? What was the thing that they said about it? It's like the
Well, it was like-
Joshua Club.
Yeah. So those who run Los Angeles belong to the Jonathan Club. Those who own it belong to the California Club. Apparently, it dates back to like the 1880s. It is one of those you have to have 11 other members verify your nomination or vouch for you if you're gonna be a member.
I'm almost there. I'm just under 10% of the way there.
I tell you what, I made a lot of very happy members yesterday, so perhaps I can get those.
Very happy members of the Illuminati.
Star Wars Celebration 2027 is happening in LA. What is Star Wars Celebration 2020? Oh, 50th anniversary. I'm like, why is 2027 significant? 50th. Okay, no, that makes sense. Petrified dinosaur droppings. Painted like Easter eggs.
Do that.
Yes. Your tendonitis happened on your middle finger. It was hard not to apologize to your doctor checking your middle finger. I'm not You're making me do this, for the record.
And is that just from like overuse? Because I get it. Recently, boy, there's been occasions.
It's just
for you.
there's just so many Cybertrucks on the road.
From over here.
You know? Like, what are you going to do? No, I'm just kidding. But am I, though? Yeah. Overuse. There you go. That makes sense. Perfect sense. So, today's plan, we're still early. We're warming up. We're giving people a chance to roll in. Particularly, I think we'd love to see RC Maniac. And obviously, like, he owes us nothing. He's given us so much. But we are going to make a balloon for RC Maniac today. Now, we have... oh my gosh, Splorpy, I didn't catch that Ren and Stimpy reference. I love Ren and Stimpy. Oh, I'm embarrassed that I missed it. In the shadow. Perhaps. It's totally possible. And if he so... should he so choose to receive this gratitude in that way, that's fine. Ferret! Oh my gosh! Well, look who dripped out of the faucet. Good to see you.
But while we wait, we can talk about last night. We did celebrate the birthday of one Ms.
Yes, Huckleberry.
Shelby Nurse Huckleberry Duder, I think is her full name.
I believe so.
I believe so. But we did a bunch of silly
that's
stuff over there.
Dr. Nurse Huckleberry.
Doctor of Clownology.
Doctor of streaming. They kill it over there. They have such a good show. They put so much effort in. You can really tell. It really shows all of the the various new stuff they have for their special events. And this was a special event. She had a few guests on.
We were playing birthday party games.
Yeah.
Digipop
was there. Moo Hoodles, EDBot,
Hey, sir.
TXO, and us. Was it just the 5, I want to say? If I'm missing
Digipop-
anyone, I feel real bad.
Digipop played the game of, what did they call it? Draw that
Pokemon. That was fun, actually. It was really fun. It was, so Digipop would describe the Pokemon by reading their entry in the
Pokédex entry.
Didn't read the name, right? So she'd read the description of the Pokemon, and then Nurse and Duder had like 2 minutes, maybe,
something like that.
to
Yeah, 2
draw
minutes.
the Pokemon they thought she was talking about. So you obviously, if you get the Pokemon wrong, like that's not great. But if you get it right, then chat would vote on who had the best drawing.
Right.
And so it was subjective, right? Because like, look, like chat is not beholden by any standards of like being
It's
being
not like
accurate.
you have to know, but I think if you do know, that's going to win you some points from chat.
Yeah. But it was super fun. Like they both obviously drew. It was, as Nurse was saying, she is a better drawer than Duder,
Right.
but Duder has more Pokemon knowledge than she does. So she would have to wait a little longer in the clues to get which Pokemon Digipop was talking about. So her drawing was like faster, but oftentimes still better. It was a very fun little game.
She was victorious over Duder 2-1. I think they did 3
I
and 2 and
believe
2-1.
so. I
Yeah.
believe they. Well, there was a tiebreaker though, and I think
right,
Duder got the
because
tiebreaker.
there was some sort of point system, or she had won 2-1, but his had been worth more points.
I
don't
honestly,
know.
because it was the game before ours, so we were also trying to like get our stuff ready. So when we were watching it, but like riveted to the screen the whole time.
Ferret's new kitten Honey says hello. Oh, that's nice.
Honey,
Honey's a nice name for a cat.
oh,
Is,
that
is
is
she
such
like the kind of like brownish golds?
Is she sweet and clingy?
Is she
Immortal.
Was she vomited up by a bee? Okay, I don't know what's 1,000 bucks. It was a fun idea. I believe that they were limiting it to the. I was gonna say to the original 150, but I could be wrong. They might not have. It might have just been like, she looks like a rag doll. Oh my gosh.
And so then for our chunk, we played a rousing round of
Inflationary.
Inflationary,
Which
right.
is funny because it's like inflationary is like a word.
Right. That's actually been coming up kind of a lot recently.
If you follow economics, maybe you know. But inflationary, it was like inflation and Pictionary. Inflationary.
Right.
But I'm thinking like Twistionary would have maybe like Pictionary, Twistionary. But then like people I don't think associate the word twist
as
with
much,
balloons.
right?
I don't know. Anyway, look. Originally, I had given her the name of Guess That Balloon, but I think there was another game
Pokemon
later that was like Guess That.
Pokemon,
Yeah, so she was like, it's a little similar. I'm like, no problem. Like the name doesn't matter. So we did the.
Do you want to see a clip of it?
Yeah. Her name was Honey Bun. Is her full name? Oh my gosh.
Yes, the formal name. Lady
Honey Bun.
Bun.
But you may call me Honey.
Yes, there is a link to a clip that.
Yeah. Okay,
you
let
might
me
enjoy.
click upon it and see if I can share it.
This is the very first round of inflationary.
That did not take me to the clip. No, it just took me to Twitch. Side, babe.
Yes, let me find it again.
It's okay. That's weird. Why? Because like that is normally the format of the clip referral.
Yeah, sent it to Nurse, and it did like make a preview. So I thought that. Tell you what,
You can try and
let's
send
see.
it to me in Discord, and not in chat. And I can try and.
No, I think try this. This one looks better.
Okay, it looks better.
Because that one says
Oh, it has
create.
It has the picture. Yeah,
And
okay.
then, yeah.
Let's try this. Yeah. Okay. Let's. This is just a really short clip of the game, so I want to show
Round
you
one of the
guys. Let me turn down our.
It's actually the full
music
first
here.
round.
Yeah. We did 5 different balloon sculptures where I would show them the balloons, then make the balloon, and then I had a fully made one off camera so that once they guessed it accurately, I could pull up the finished one to show them what they got.
Cooking show style.
Yeah. We in our test kitchen, we had some pre-made. So let's see if I can. What is this? Is this in Firefox? Okay, let's try. Okay. Shrink this down. Here we go. Okay. So this is our game Inflationary with Nurse Huckleberry and Duder for Nurse's birthday.
Jenna's going to make a sculpture out of balloons, and they're going to try to guess. We'll see how long it takes.
Hey, RC is
There
here.
he is.
Hi, RC. We're just showing a quick clip from Nurse's birthday stream. Then we'll get started. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Okay, here we go. Nurse Huckleberry birthday stream. We are Party on Gamers doing a party game with them. All right, sounds good. Friends, our first balloon begins now. Our first balloon will use 4 colors. We've got pumpkin spice, yellow. What's that?
Hot dog.
That is correct.
What's that?
You didn't buzz in. You didn't buzz in.
She literally got it so fast. She was like, I didn't even name all of the colors.
I think you'd named one color.
I named one color. My thought was, I'm like, because I started off easy. This was the easiest one that we did, for sure. But I started off with a color, and I was like, I'll name the colors, and that might throw them off, because this is called pumpkin spice, and this is called latte. So I thought, if I'm like, this is pumpkin spice,
This is
latte,
latte. Ooh, a
red,
Starbucks.
and
I
yellow,
like
like, what will they? No, she knew instantly.
Boom.
I was so impressed.
Can I tell you something weird though?
You almost exclusively do that.
We'll get into that later. So when I was looking for the clip, I was scrolling through that general moment.
Thank you, Justano. I will drink some water.
Good idea. And about a minute before that, somebody guesses hot dog.
A minute before I start?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a joke, though. Like, if you're making a balloon, that's sort of like,
I
make
suppose.
a snake, make a worm, make a pickle, make a hot dog.
I suppose.
Also, hot dogs are a bit of a thing within their stream lore.
For sure.
But I do love that. No, their chat was good at guessing what the balloon was.
Yeah, their chat got it almost every time before them. I joked this morning, like, yeah, they got every time before them. Well, not hot dog, of course. But they did. I don't know how. I guess you're right that it's like they meant more like a single sausage rather than like the full
I think
bun
so,
dog.
But still, it was pretty fun. She got it immediately.
Boom, she nailed it.
Good morning, RC. I'm very excited. We're about to do a poll for your balloon. I'm just gonna really quick show off the other balloons we made for Nurse Huckleberry. We also made a syringe. That one was that one was tough for them.
Is
it took a
that
minute.
the one that took the longest?
I don't know. I feel like this one did, which is Bort Cop. We made Bort Cop.
Shocking.
That one took a long time. Oh wait, well.
I feel like if you were playing and someone was making Iggy, who was on that table? Oh, he's toward the back of the table.
No. That's the one I was making, the in progress one, which is not the complete one.
Gotcha.
This is so like I was making this to like see if they could guess it, and they eventually. Oh, there he is. Here's Bort Cop. For those who are fans of the Nurse Huckleberry universe, Bort with his tie and police badge, looking very, very fluffy, very, very law enforcement. All caps.
Very law enforcement.
Yes, exactly. Ah, good. Yes. Your yogurt shot. Perfect. Exactly. That's how we eat it here. And then the final. Oh, no, wait. I did do a speed round where we did the old glove shark.
And Duder gets turkey right away.
Yeah, turkey right away. But I had
bad.
to actually make the
Not
Jaws song noise for them to get this one. I feel like.
Which, yeah, a little embarrassing for them.
Yeah.
Well,
the
you're the
woman blowing into a latex glove. How embarrassing for you. Whap.
And it's like you have a shark on the fridge. Otto is like your number one stream mascot.
Oh, no.
Turkey?
Oh, no.
Do you have a turkey on the stream? Other than Duder, of course.
Well, they're a cooking show, maybe.
Straight.
And then the last one we did was, of course, a recreation of one of our earlier SharpBalloons sculptures, although this time I made it in yellow because I don't have that Tiffany blue
it's too bad.
anymore.
That blue was very perfect. For
the 646 is best in like but you know, sometimes you just got to go with what you have all three sizes in because you need 6, 3, and 2s to make this bad boy, and 1s, but silver. But yeah, KitchenAid mixer. Love this one. Duder said mixer, but Nurse said KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah.
So we gave him a mini point, but she was already far in the lead. So she won. Yay, birthday girl. I don't see to the end because, of course, Monday, well, it's back to school from spring break.
Yeah, we hung out until like, midnight, which was only partway through when the cool kids were done partying.
Yeah, so we missed, sadly. But, Ferret, do you want a balloon one or an actual one that actually functions? But that was last night. It was super fun. Thanks to Nurse Huckleberry. Shout out Nurse Huckleberry. You should be following that stream. It's very different time, and it's a very different demographic, but it's the same, like, I don't know, chill, fun couple vibe. So
look, if you like ladies that yell at you and their husbands that somehow enable that. What?
Where's yell at people?
Oh yeah, exactly. What? That's what I meant to say.
Anyway. Oh, both. Nice. I like that, Ferret. I like that. All right, so but today, it's RC Maniacs Day. So a while back, I honestly don't, maybe last month, RC made a massive donation to the stream. I believe that the story was you got a work bonus, and this is what a mensch RC is. Gets the work bonus and is like, great, an opportunity to pay it forward to my favorite streamers. And like, I just can't even. I don't know if you know how rare that is, RC, but you're really good. You're a really good, solid patron of the arts. And I know that these arts are weird, but they're the art you choose. And so we are so grateful to you. Yeah, work bonus for the win. Thank you, RC's Workplace. So, we'd like to pay a tiny bit of that back by making the balloons, which is my only currency. So here we go. These are the 5 options RC has given to us. First option, RC is given a photo of this dragon samurai. Now, after I show all the options and talk about them, we will do a vote. So start thinking about which of these you prefer. This dragon samurai. Now, this is a detailed. How far will we get? I mean, I'll do the whole thing. It's just a matter of like deciding where to simplify. But I think this looks amazing. Look at those horns. That's bonkers. Like a gradient on those. You don't make gradient balloons. But that never stops.
Can you picture that guy in like the dragon salon, like giving the instructions to his?
I'd like some
his
horn
dresser?
balayage, please. A little bit of an ombre effect, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 for RC Maniac is a real tough mobster type. You know, like the Godfather, like take the cannoli, whatever. But as a balloon twister, a balloon artist mobster. Not 2 very different types of person smooshed together into one.
I come to you on the day of your daughter's birthday in order to make her a balloon.
Exactly. Thank you for paying me to do that. All right. Option number 3 from Monster Hunter. It's the Leviathan Mizutsune. Okay, I'm going to see if I can select it. There we go. Let's make it big. Look at this gorgeous thing.
We figured out Mizutsune means water
fox.
Right.
Or at least it's like
Adverted.
someone trying to make water
Right.
fox out of Japanese. Look at the the petals on the back. This is very like. It reminds me of Pandora, you know, from Avatar, like animals from that planet. All like they all look
It
very
does-
like plant-like, very
it
like
does look like it's from-
organic or whatever. So there we
Like
have it.
Orchid leaves.
Gorgeous design. And let's see, what else do we have here? So that's option number 3. Option number 4 is a display. Okay, you're walking into Home Depot and your eye is immediately drawn to the most colorful section. It's the paint colors display, right? A display that says like from your reds to your yellows to your greens to your blues to your purples to your grays to your whatever browns. It's all of the colors and they're all displayed. RC would like a display of balloon colors, like swatches. What does that mean? That's up to you know. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that out if it wins. And then option number which one was it? Option number. I know he has to make you choose, right? Like I suffer from extreme executive function disorder, which is one of the reasons I love streaming because y'all make decisions for me, and I am not good at making decisions. The 5th and final option that RC gave us was to make a wearable mascot head. You know, like a sports mascot, right? You've got your character who like runs down on the field, gets the crowd pumped up. Except this would be a SharpBalloons mascot head. Now, would that be a Shana Sharp, a Mr. Sharp, or an Iggy Sharp head? That's all to be decided Again,
Would
only
we
if
do a second poll? I don't know.
I think so, probably. I think if
Maybe.
that one wins, we'll probably do a second poll to see. But there you have it. Those are your 5 possibilities for this RC Maniac gratitude stream. So, I don't. What do you think? Should we do the vote in chat, like the Twitch chat poll, or should we do the chat.vote where you can vote for multiple and change your vote? And like, what do we feel like? I think we only have 35 people in the room, so it's not like I just want to make sure that we choose the option of voting that works best for everyone. The chat.vote, you can just put the number into chat, and it's so easy. But yeah. If RC has an opinion on that, as someone who suffers from the paradox of choice, you get to not make a decision. It still took you a month to pick 5. I understand, RC. This is our gift to you. We're taking the decision away. You don't need to worry about it. Except then I just gave you another decision. So I know. I'm the worst. They are all good. Yes. Ferret, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I do love that. Nikos, hello. Good to see you. I'm gonna mark my hydrate and my stretch is done. But I didn't do. Did I do one for Justano? I'll do another one. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Zippy. Maybe on screen one so you can split the last one into 3. Oh, yeah. But that will split the vote. Are you okay with that? Sure. Let's get the same one. Fantastic. Thank you, Amanda Jane, for justifying. I hate to drink water unprompted. It's like, ugh. Why would I ever do that?
Gosh.
Yeah, the on-screen does let you multi-vote. You're absolutely right. Okay, tell you what. Let's open it up. Let's see. Chat.vote. I don't know who made chat.vote, but I really like this website. I don't know what we call this. I guess it's just a website. Either way, I really like it. Okay. Our options.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello
Casey.
there, Casey. Welcome. Nice.
That's Snow Art. It's a Casey.
Hey, that's Snorm. I love it. Shark Geek. Hi, Shark Geek. Ms. Art rules. Yes, Ms. Art rules. Art does rule. Scooter MC. Casey. Hello. How are you? Ox Machina. Good to see you. Ungoy, a professional raid. Thank goodness. You don't want to leave that in the hands of the amateurs. Pyro Kitty's Tavern. Meow. Hi. Yeah, I think Casey liked your joke. Hello.
Good times. Hey, Casey.
Casey, how was your stream? What were you up to? What were you drawing? We love Casey Snow Art, an incredible artist. Specifically, her depictions of like animals in nature is just really, really well done. And I will always remember you as the streamer who brought to my attention the plight of the vaquita porpoise. Just look it up. Just be aware that there's the most adorable little sea panda porpoise, and it needs your attention. It's been trying to reach you about its extinction warranty. I'm doing well. How the heck are you? Studies at the art gym. I love that. Oh, thank you, Ungoy. Thank you. Yes. Save the vaquita. Indeed.
Take the cannoli!
Well, you guys have perfect timing because we're just about to vote on what we're going to make on stream today. So, what 2 colors would you like the raid lightsaber to be today, Casey? And I'll start typing in the poll here. I type? Mizutsune. Any of you play Monster Hunter? Do you remember Mizutsune, the Leviathan, who's like a water dragon? Looks very cool. Display of balloon colors and mascot head Shana. Mascot head Mr. Mascot head Iggy. All right. Let me see if I can get this up here. Boom.
Casey's
Yes.
feeling epic today.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. What's happening? There we go.
Don't panic. Kaiser Podge is here.
Oh, phew. Gosh, I was a little nervous there.
I wasn't
No,
panicking
you're good, Kaiser.
yet.
You're
I
good.
was like, Kaiser's gonna get here. I'm not gonna panic yet.
It's perfect. All right, friends. I'm going to make the Raid lightsaber. Again, a huge recommendation to follow Casey Snow Art. You will love it. The community is fantastic. Anyone who raids into SharpBalloons has obviously got impeccable taste, yes? And if you're new here, if you're like, wait, where the heck am I? I was just hanging out with Casey and it was nice. Hi, it's nice here too. My name is Shana. I'm a professional balloon artist. I've been making balloons for 18 years. At this point in my life, I can make literally anything, like a syringe that's giant, or a KitchenAid mixer, or whatever. I can make a bunch of stuff. And this is what we do here. Please follow.
Casey actually only brought the best people here today.
Thank you. I appreciate you leaving like the questionable folks behind. I just
Yeah, you five, get out of here. We're
Yeah.
going to a nice place.
Yeah, you're not welcome.
Nice place with nice people.
I have not started the vote
We have
yet.
not
I
started the
do
vote yet.
apologize. I was going to make the raid lightsaber, but you know what?
I think Richie was just warming up his fingers. You know,
No, I like
the
that. I like
voting
that.
Fingers.
I will start the vote because here, boom. So the voting is officially on. You just type the number into chat. Mr. Sharp, why don't you explain to them how that works?
Alrighty, all you got to do is, as you can see on your screen there, each balloon idea has a corresponding number. You just type in the number, and then a space, and then another number if there are multiple balloons. So, for example, if you wanted to say vote for number 1 and number 2, you type in 1, space, 2. We can't quite see the very last one.
You can't. Oh, you can't see the last one. My
Right.
bad. My bad. Let's stretch this out. Also, no.
If you want to change your vote, all you do is you just type the numbers in again and hit enter. It will replace your last vote. So you can't just spam the chat being like, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Right. Yeah. I
But-
mean, you can. It's just not going to be
It'll
effective.
still be one vote every time.
Yeah. These are your options.
But like, let's say, you vote for one and it's clearly going to lose, but there's another one that you also like that is starting to get close and you want to throw your support behind that. All you do is you type that number in.
Yeah. You can change
and then
it.
that one goes.
Also, I want to say for those of you who didn't know, this is what the samurai dragon looks like. It is not just my own design of a samurai dragon. This is the one specifically that RC has requested. This is the image. Very complex and gorgeous art. And the Mizutsune from Monster Hunter, that's this gorgeous, water dragon looking Leviathan thing. Yikes, watch out for that. So those are the two that come with photo reference. The other ones are all artist's brain, which is a scary place to be in an artist's brain. Casey will concur, I'm sure. Okay, Samurai Dragon is currently in the lead with 9 votes.
You guys are doing great. This is exactly how you do it.
Yeah, well done. Keep it up. Keep it up. Change your mind. It's okay. Oh,
We'll let
and
this go for a minute here. We don't have a specific time that we'll let it run, but kind of when it seems like people are when it stabilizes, I guess.
yeah, when it feels like
Stagnate.
it's the popcorn rule, right,
Popcorn
Mr. Sharp?
roll. Exactly.
You know when you like put popcorn in the microwave and it's like pop, 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 and you're like, okay, it's few and far enough between.
I might get one more kernel, but I'm going to let this burn if I just keep it on there.
You get it.
And you don't want to let democracy
good
burn.
to see you. Clear Skies, hello. Sharing my art. Oh my gosh, I love your username. That's the greatest. And Board Games, hi. Oh my gosh. Okay, we don't need this part. And Cosmic Beat is here as well. Hello. Good to see you, friends. If I missed saying hi to... Hi, Paris, bro. If I missed saying hi to you, my apologies. I'm a little distracted, always. Samurai Dragon's still in the lead. It's looking pretty good for the honorable Dragon Warrior. But right now I'm going to write Casey Snow Art on the raid lightsaber to thank her for this fantastic raid. You have such wonderful friends. Look at all these follows.
Paris, bro. Welcome.
Thank you, new friends. I don't know what's wrong with my alerts. They're not showing up for whatever reason.
Paris, bro, a.k.a. Barry Monfrere.
but I appreciate you, and I'm so happy to have you here. Oh, by the way, the other voice you're hearing, I didn't mention that, is my husband, Mr. SharpBalloons. He's in the studio with me, on mic, but not on camera. Because a man should be heard, not seen.
Exactly.
What?
I don't want to have to do my makeup.
We do stream earlier now. Oh, Casey, thank you so much. I mean, honestly, this is one thing that I've noticed. When I get a raid and I get a lot of follows after that raid, that's like a pretty good indicator of how engaged the community is with the streamer. And you know what I mean? Like they're checked in. They take your word for things that you like. They are interested. And I don't know, you've got a great community. Thank you so much, everybody. All right. So, I now have got Casey Snow Art on the raid lightsaber. I feel like with this, it's got a 3-point lead. I feel like Samurai Dragon might be our winner. I'm going to hide that real quick while I welcome the raiders with the raid lightsaber, friends. Here we go. I, of course, have Casey Snow Art written on the raid lightsaber. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, lady! It doesn't look like a lightsaber. And you're right. It doesn't really look like a lightsaber. But it does sound like one. Yeah. So there's that. Yay! And whoop.
Okay, let's show the vote one last time.
One last time.
Last chance.
Showing the vote. If you want to change your vote, now's the time. But this is it, folks. If you don't speak, or you'll have to forever hold your peace while we make an awesome.
Popcorn is burning.
An awesome.
In the microwave.
No, we don't want smoky brown kernels.
I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger self that, like, it's better if the popcorn tastes good than if you have like 8 more pieces in there.
Exactly.
Just take it out.
It's not burnt. And we are going to stop the voting. Friends, we're making a Samurai Dragon. RC Maniac, thank you so much for this suggestion. RC, can you tell me who is the artist of
That would be
this of this original
Oh,
art?
he's on it already.
Oh, dang.
Boom. He had that ready to go.
RC, you're so cool. You're so good at this. Always
Always
reference
reference your
yeah,
source.
absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Big agreements.
Casey, it would be an honor to make a lightsaber for you. I would even dub thee Lady Snow Art of the Vaquita. Why is that? Like, that's like just that's hardwired to like who you are in my head now. You got used to the burnt taste. I get it. Hi,
I
Miss
think
Capri.
the artist's name is Tumiro. Tumiro?
Miro?
Toomiro.
I'm going to open up a...
Your Japanese is certainly better than mine.
Usually a double O would be like Tomi. But they might not be Japanese. But yes, look at that.
Presumably they are because they have...
I love the step-by-step art on that. What?
Japanese language characters, so they...
Oh, Miro. Can't wait. Yeah. Are you going to TwitchCon? Is that the plan? Looks like a lot of work. Yes. The answer is yes. This is going to be a multiple hour creation. So, you know, feel free to lurk. And if you're like, oh, I do not have time to sit and watch you make this nonsense. Cool. No worries. We do save our VODs. And we also try and make a clip at the end of each stream. So we have, like, if you like, you're interested in this balloon art, we have in our clips library just so many clips of just like the very end of stream showing off a completed balloon. Who wants to sit through 3 hours of building a balloon? 9 days until you leave for Scotland. I should just about be finished with this balloon by then, Ferret. That sounds like fun. I've never been. They have an open art. Yeah, I know. I keep looking, Casey, because I'm so nervous I'm gonna miss the announcement. So I gotta. Because if I don't have like an artist alley, it's kind of hard for me to justify going, you know. But the artist alley, absolutely the best part of TwitchCon. Very, very cool. Dreams about missing the yes, 100%. I missed it one year. It was bad. I'm bad at missing things. Okay, so here we go. I've got this image here. Monitor. Okay, so it looks like kind of a periwinkle dragon. White mane. Armor is like gray and maybe even like a mauve on the chest plate, or maybe that's not chest plate. Maybe that's just the underbelly. Obviously, large like turquoise beads. The claws have armor on them, which is very smart. You don't want to damage a fingernail while you're out there doing dragon battle. A couple of swords. 2 swords. Okay, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable amount of swords. Yeah. Just really cool looking. Okay, RC. You have challenged me, my friend. Let me see if I can do this. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to start with the face, because that's going to help me determine my scale. I need to make the face pretty small so that we don't end up with like a 9-day sculpture that Ferret can come back to.
So, RC, if it is not in a position, I have a question for you. Where does your love for dragons come from?
Oh, sure.
Can you like trace it back to a particular like movie or story that you read as a kid, or like a first dragon? Did you have a dragon as a pet as a child and have always been appreciative? I was just curious, like where the affinity for dragons. What's the origin story?
Oh, I had one friend by my side.
Miss Caprikel says,
Now I've got you.
one is a short sword or dagger, and then the other side would be a long samurai sword.
That makes sense. You've got your katana, and you've got your probably your wakizashi or your tonto. I could be wrong.
Kumasabe.
One of them is like a wakizashi is like forearm length-ish.
Ungoy
then-
says wakizashi.
Wakizashi, yeah.
What a great word.
Short and long range slicers.
Wakizashi.
I want to slice that thing, but it's so far away, and all I have is this dagger. Has this ever happened to you? Get a katana. Also, spear fighting, big in samurai. They don't really show that as much. Lady warriors use spears a lot in Japan. Yeah, good to know. And wakizashi.
Dodge.
Parry.
Great for
Probably
parrying, probably.
Tonto is the smallest one. Yeah.
Wakizashi.
Cool. I do love the word wakizashi.
It's a great
Like,
word.
I mean, come
It's a
on.
Great word. I'm resisting not saying it over and over and over, and I know that like I am a little bit. You have no idea how many times I haven't said it in between.
How many times have you not said it that
You
you've
have no idea how
wanted
many
to
times
say
I
it?
haven't said it.
I know. I believe it, Mr. Sharp. I want to feel like I liked wakizashis. I was like, I want to get one because in anime, you always see like they run with them like this, like
Yeah.
alongside, like
Yeah. Oh,
blades out there.
very
It's
cool.
from-
Oh my gosh, that's cool. Very tough.
Yeah, very
That's a
cool.
stab.
Very cool looking. Not a balloon though. Don't bring a balloon to a sword fight.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In my everyday life,
In
though,
your everyday life.
it doesn't come up that much.
What?
The need for a wakizashi
That's
even the need to talk about wakizashis does not.
Really?
Or is the plural wakizashi? Plural's probably
I think
wakizashi.
the-
Huh?
yeah.
It just doesn't come up as much as I would like. having the word wakizashi at my disposal.
Bummer. Maybe we should, man. These are not great. These are not fantastic. I did order these for the Stitch, and yeah, the 160s were just a little not ideal. Let me see if I have any that are good in there.
So according to Ungoy, the Japanese definition between a sword and a knife is that swords have a guard.
Swords have what?
A guard.
Ah,
like
the
a
hand.
hand
Yeah,
guard.
okay.
So tuna knives look like guardless katanas because they're very long, but they just don't have a hilt protector thing. And K-Bob says katana, wakizashi, and a tanto. Never noticed anyone carrying a tanto, presumably because, as Ungoy points out, usually concealed.
Sure.
You never notice the tanto that gets you.
I mean, yes, that makes perfect sense. Also, easier to conceal than a katana. Hey, why are you walking with your leg all straight? No reason.
No reason. Ow! I need to go to the nurse.
I have to go.
Hey, Jen.
Jen! Hi, Jen.
So RC says that he had some toys, books, and Pokemon. Ooh.
I don't know if I can use these balloons. I mean,
Then he found various online art forums. Then there was Aragon, Dragon Tales, Spyro, etc. So you might say your interest just Spyro'd.
oh boy. Yeah, RC, it's these aren't too smelly. They're not that old. They're just I have found that there are certain brands that have inconsistent quality to their latex. It's a bummer because consistency is pretty important when you're depending on the on it to be your medium. But what can you do? It's all I can do. I gotta focus a little bit here on the dragon, so I'm gonna let Mr. Sharp be talking for everybody.
So anyhow, RC's interest just sustained to the point where he actually had money
Ah,
to
that
be able to enjoy the stuff that you want to enjoy instead of the
Yes.
stuff you can convince your parents that you're allowed to enjoy.
I think like the second half of them is better. Just blow up the lower half of these using the short balloons.
Oof.
Yeah. Just
Casey Snort, thank you so much for
yes.
bringing
Oh,
your
if
folks.
you
Always a pleasure
of
to
course
see
if you have to run, by all means.
Who do the things you
Thank
gotta
you.
do.
I hope we get a chance to meet in San Diego. Okay.
Is Casey coming to the next TwitchCon?
Well, she would like to, but she got to
She'd
wait
like
until the Artist Alley apps
Yes.
are open.
Yes. Oh man, it's probably closer than we would imagine.
Yeah, no, it's probably pretty close. That time flies. That is the
Time
truth.
flies like a dragon.
And nobody noticed. Okay, I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll do. I know that the periwinkle blue is more on model, but man, they're very fragile. Let me try this robin's egg. See, this one is so much better. I can't see through it. It's. I'm gonna make the dragon this robin's egg blue, RC. I hope that's okay with you. Slightly different blue.
Slightly different blue.
Yeah. My apologies. I really want to like this brand of balloons. And one of these days I hope they make the changes to their manufacturing process that allows me to like their balloons without reservation. But I have reservations. Shana, party of two?
So you're the anti-Bourdain. Some reservations.
Some reservations.
Actually, a few
Actually,
reservations.
one or two reservations, as a matter of fact. Gotta work with what you have, it's true. It's true. Yeah, I don't like to fight the balloons. I like to listen
Don't
to the
fight
balloons.
balloons.
And sometimes they're just not feeling it. And if you try and force your vision on materials that are not cooperating, that can be a big time sink. Gonna be the nose. He's got like a little pink nose. I know you can't really see it super well. It's almost like this is kind of like a violet nose. So I might not do that color.
And RC, to the best of your knowledge, is this just a?
So it's not like
just a drawing,
but it's not
like
like a
he's-
video game character or a book
Right.
character. Or
Yeah, a
anything
character
like
that exists in some larger world outside of himself. Is there a logic to his like armor and things, or is it
just a drawing.
Totally looks sweet.
Because it looks awesome is why. It's a really good reason.
Because I was like positing about the world where one is both a dragon and a samurai.
Sure.
Because like he's got scales, but also he's got armor.
Yeah. No, he's got claws, but also his claws have armor, which I think is very smart.
Very smart. And like, yeah, if you were actually using your claws for fighting, you probably would put something like that on
I
it.
probably want to do that. Okay, let's see here. Gosh, I need to make this image bigger, otherwise I can't really see.
She just found it on Pinterest and thought that's cool. Wonder who the artist is and if there's a higher res image. And
Lo and behold.
he's got a few other versions of it here. He's got like a black and white line version.
Yeah, I like that.
and
I
like
liked
a
seeing
more,
that. That was pretty helpful. But I'm just, this is good. I can zoom in on the nose.
I don't know how you describe the third style. Maybe more of like looks comic bookier as opposed to this one's more of like a. It's obviously digital art, but like a fine art digital art inspired as opposed to comic bookier style on the bottom one. A more pop style on the bottom, I guess. It's also kind of a tiger.
It is a very mammalian
Like the
looking
face,
dragon.
The nose wrinkles.
Yeah, I agree.
The
very
mouth and the fangs.
feline. Here, let me see if I can zoom in on the one everyone else is looking at. Everyone's looking at. Oh, that's just the image. Gotcha. I downloaded the image.
Oh, okay. So the last pick is colored, but hasn't been shaded yet.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's
flat colors.
Just unshaded. I think it looks cool. To me, it looks more like it's in in like a comic about this guy.
Sure. Okay. Trying to do like eyebrows here.
Darcy, I agree. Too much AI junk on.
Oh my
You
gosh.
say Pinterest, but let's just say the internet,
world.
the everywhere.
There is a balloon artist Facebook group I'm a part of, and everyone there is like, well, not everyone, but a lot of people there are posting that, like AI, like make yourself an action figure where you're like packaged in a box. What are your accessories and all that? And everyone's doing it like with a pump and balloons and stuff. And it's just like, it got to the point where people kept sharing it that like people then started making posts of, like, let's stop doing this, please. Like, this is a Facebook group to like share your designs and ask questions and like it's cute, but also like shared on your own page, and then like people, it became like a thing, like a discussion, where people are like now posting like joke posts asking people to please stop fill in the blank because it's very interesting. Everyone, this is definitely the world we live in now.
Capri Kelly is loving the Steve Higgins feeling of an announcer.
Oh,
Subconscious
yes.
interacting narrator.
It is nice to have my husband announcing. It's even nice off stream. I just walking around the house and be like,
She's going to the refrigerator. In a world.
In a world where a balloon lady needed a snack.
yes, I often need snacks. It's like one of my top things to need.
And you're often in a world.
Often in a world.
It's pretty much the same world all the time.
Yeah, but it's
But you're,
where
you're
I am.
almost always there.
Almost always.
So RC says, I think the artist made a bunch of related art. So the dragon is on screen, but there's also a tiger, a chicken,
Cool.
a dog, etc.
A chicken? You know I love it. Chicken warrior. I mean, that makes sense. There's a, rooster is a Chinese zodiac animal. There's plenty of reason for it to be a noble creature as well.
All creatures are noble in their own way.
In their own way, except for pugs.
Oh man.
They don't look that noble. I
Yeah,
mean, I know they
just
originally
over here.
started as pretty noble.
Oh, bugs.
They were like royal animals, right?
Yeah. I mean, somebody with too much power made a creature that looks like that.
Yes, that last generation looked weird, but I want them to look weirder.
Pick the two weirdest ones and breed them together.
Yeah, that
It's
one
basically-
and that one over there.
Yeah.
Those two freaks. I'm an emperor!
Just for funsies.
Don't question me!
Just for funsies. Let's just take the most smash-faced of all of them.
And then you get your Shih Tzus and your Pekingeses and things. Chows.
Oh, yes. Mosquitoes are evil.
Honestly, I think that's the animal on the planet that you can make the greatest case for being not noble, not useful, just evil.
Pure evil.
I mean, the best thing you can say about them is that they are food for other animals. So,
I guess they make some other animals
yeah,
happy sometimes.
you have that going for them.
But that's pretty much it.
They're not just the worst.
Oh, the chicken gives very Dragoon Knight vibes. What's the difference? What's a Dragoon versus like a non-Dragoon?
Oh, I don't know.
A non, like, is it a mercenary or a
historical type of mounted infantryman and a verb, meaning to force or coerce. Don't you dragoon me.
Dragoon me into this?
Don't you dragoon me into this.
Cowbirds. What are cowbirds?
The term dragoon is also used more generally to describe someone who's forceful or oppressive and can be used as a verb meaning to force someone to do something against their will.
No, don't you Dragoon me into that.
Dang-arena. So I don't think it has anything to do with drag.
No. I don't think it has anything to do with dragons, but the chicken, he said the chicken artwork by this artist gave Dragoon vibes, which I like that. Super tough chicken. This chicken's a little tough. Okay.
I still remember reading about someone breeding pugs to not have the teeth or the health issues, and one of the first responses was, "Well, this new breed now looks like a real dog,
Yeah?
not one just put into a compactor."
Oh my gosh. Put it in the compactor. Can you believe it? Let's see the face here. Okay,
Now there
sorry.
was a dragon called Dragoon in Beyblade.
Oh, Beyblade. I had to
Anime.
make a Beyblade the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
Some little kid at a birthday party asked me to make a Beyblade for him, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. He was very sweet. He was a very little guy. He was very
And then like he was in line for a minute, and right as he's about to be the front, he's like, "Stop! I changed my mind.
I want a different Beyblade.
Beyblade. It was very important. I'm like, okay, all right, you show me which Beyblade we're making. Got like kind of a
Cowbirds eat up all the food and lay their eggs in other birds' nests, leaving them to be raised by the other bird.
oh, that's the word. That sounds like a. Do mockingbirds do that or magpies? I want to say magpies do that.
I feel like that's a protagonist from a children's animated film. Like a cowbird who gets put into the nest of other birds, you know, and they all hatch, and it's like, why am I so different from my brothers and sisters?
So it's an ugly duckling
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I'm just writing that centuries-old story that already exists.
I'm Hans Christian Andersen. Andersen, that's me.
What is that? What is the Hans Christian Andersen thing from?
From Hans Christian Andersen the musical starring Danny Kaye.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I forget the Ugly Duckling from that musical, but there was an Ugly Duckling song as well. I remember Thumbelina, Thumbelina, tiny little thing. Thumbelina dance, Thumbelina sing. Thumbelina, something, something, though you're very small. When your heart is full of love, you're 9 feet tall. And inchworm, measuring the marigolds. Seem to me you'd stop and see how beautiful they are.
2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. And 16 and 16 are 32.
Sorry. It's the ADHD.
I have never heard any of those songs.
Surely you have.
I don't think so.
I sing them periodically.
Oh, I try to tune that out.
What? What? Danny Kaye is amazing.
I'm not here to say anything negative about Danny Kaye.
You better not.
Look,
better-
Danny
you better
Kaye is an
not.
American hero.
You better not.
He is a champion of the downtrodden.
Thank you. Yankel, your father, excellent taste.
Delicious.
Oh, you're actually impressed some kid knows what a Beyblade is. Is Beyblade... He was very little, too. He was a young kid. He was like maybe 4.
Yeah, something
say?
like that. Probably 4 or 5.
So, like, you know, I was surprised as well. I don't know, like, how old or new Beyblade is.
I guess I wasn't surprised, but that's just because I don't have as much. I remember the word Beyblade is a thing that kids have enjoyed, and so when a kid says I want a Beyblade, it's like, all right,
Like,
man,
I guess
I'll
they're still enjoying that thing.
Guess they enjoy that thing. You gotta look it up on the internet. Yep, there it is. There's that Beyblade.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his parents were like, well, we have all these old Beyblades from their older brother.
You know, it's funny when I looked it up, I did not realize that it was started as a line of cutlery founded by Beyonce. And then it branched into the, fidget. Combat fidgets? Is that what
Combat
you call
fidgets,
what you
yes.
call
That's
Beyblade?
what... Beyblade combat fidgets. That's actually really funny. They should market it like that. Okay, I'm starting to get this, the dragon face here. I mean, I know... Look, he looks like he's missing an eye, so that's why I gave him a dark blue eye in the one socket. But I might push that in a little more so it's a little more recessed. So it doesn't look as... and then we need to have our white needs to come up the side. He is really very, very tiger-like. Like, as I'm making it, I can see that even more.
Sarcy says that they just kind of vanished out of stores a decade or so ago.
Huh.
And Sherry Meyer's 13-year-old still has his and goes into phases where he plays for a while, but I guess this kid must have...
They just must be Beyblades around the house.
Their dad must have been into it and like still had like his collection. So he's like, "Hey, I loved this when I was your age. You might enjoy it as well."
I
don't know.
At the
didn't have a
time I
chance to
didn't
get
think
into
about
it.
it, but now I'm curious.
Was that Clive?
Clive, that was his
Was
name.
that Clive?
You always remember the kids who like they're not bad. Well, you do definitely remember the bad.
Yeah.
But he wasn't bad. He kept talking to me.
And he kept like coming around.
Kept coming around and
behind.
checking on the Beyblade, and like I told him that because we used him in the show, his would be one of the last balloons, and he was like, okay, but he's 4, so he doesn't actually
Right.
know what he's agreeing to. So he
Yeah.
kept coming
you
back
can't
and
make
checking.
a contract with a 4-year-old.
Yeah, it's not legally binding.
It is
I've
not.
tried. I have tried.
Boy, have we tried.
Yeah, those judges, they just won't even listen to me. I'm like, they signed. They're like, they didn't know how to write their name. I'm like, they signed.
Right? He forgot 3 letters in his own name.
All right. I got to do some.
He draws his R's like little walker aliens, not like actual R's. I cannot accept this.
Our son used to do that. So cute. Okay, here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize I got squats like a half hour ago, Paris Bro. So I'll do that while I'm making this balloon here. 1, 2, 3,
Paris Pro might have left. He might be
Oh.
like, this stream doesn't do squats.
5,
This stream
6,
4. This stream
7,
doesn't do squat.
8, 9, 10. I'm gonna hold it.
Dane. She said,
Didn't hold it that long.
Dane.
It's very hard for me to do this well. Okay, so we got a horn up here. I'll pull that in once I have a connection point for it. Another one on the other side. Black Dranzer, is that a Beyblade? Okay, I'm gonna leave that long and weird looking until I've got more structure back here to reinforce how these should be held out, because I'd like this to be flatter, but right now it doesn't have the resistance. Don't worry, you don't need to understand the things I'm saying. I'm talking to myself. Let's see. We need to do just a gaggle of horns that come out of there. Jiminy Christmas. And what color should I use? I think I'll probably use. Do I have a 160 in pale blue that works? This might work.
Okay, RC, I think you should prioritize your actual job.
Yes,
over,
the one that gave you the work
our
bonus.
goofabouts here.
Yes.
We have some games and things, by which I mean a game.
A game?
And I don't know if we have any things. Why wouldn't I just say we have a game? We can do that later. Go do your meeting.
Go
Have
do your
fun. We'll
meeting.
see you in a little
Bye,
bit.
RC. Just like let your coworkers know, like, if we could wrap this up, because I've got a balloon artist.
I've
He's,
got
like,
a Twitch
working on
stream on
something
retainer right
right
now.
now,
They're,
yeah.
They're doing some work for me.
Yeah, so if we could wrap it up. Couldn't this have been an email? Okay, we got to do our white hair that's above the head, like sort of a mane. Take this and attach that right in here. If I do a pinch twist back here, that'll help separate my sideburns. Gotta keep your sideburns separate, you know? You know how it is. Nice and long, so I can tack that down somewhere. A couple skinny ones on the side. Beyblade is a very 90s reference. That's so wild. I should have asked him. I didn't even think. I had the thought, like, briefly. I'm like, no one's asked me for a Beyblade in a long time, but I hadn't tracked.
Well, you can't like ask him what year that's from. He doesn't know what.
No,
time
no,
it is.
but like, just be like, oh, how did you hear about this? Like, oh, what, do you play Beyblade? Do you have? His mom came over and looked at it, so like she knew what he was talking about. Like, oh, that does look like a Beyblade.
Hey, Winger. Welcome.
Hello, how you doing, Winger?
You know, the other possibility is that he's never actually seen a Beyblade in real life,
Right.
but he's watched a YouTube video
Oh, that
where
is
people play Beyblades.
totally possible.
And so he just enjoys the idea of it
It's like,
based on
I think
dumb
this
thing he
sounds
saw online.
cool. That's how kids work a lot.
Yeah,
Especially 4-year-olds.
our son really loves Minecraft, despite the fact
He's
never
never
played
played Minecraft.
Never watched any like Minecraft official property or anything like that. But some weird dude online just like walking around in the Minecraft world using crazy voices. Well, that's the best content there is. He doesn't even know there's an actual Minecraft movie.
Doesn't even know. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I'm liking it. Just need to get that flattened out. I don't know how I want to. I think it's okay if I just stuff the head by using these 160s back and forth just to split apart the sides of the head to give it that resistance.
Resistance is futile.
Well, I hope not.
Twisting balloons without resistance is futile
Yeah.
because they just come apart. Flap, 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 flap.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Now we got to do side, that's the front. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now I need, like, there's like an open mouth and a lower jaw. Which is always, I'm going to be honest, always tricky to do open mouths for creatures.
And one of the reasons, correct me if I'm wrong, as far as I understand it, is because mouths have stuff in them.
What do you mean, like
Teeth.
teeth and whatnot? Yeah.
Tongues.
Yeah.
Uvulas.
You know, and they
Sometimes
open and
those.
they're flat on the inside. So like normally balloons sit together nicely when there's like structure on the inside as well. But when it's, you know, the way that jaws hinge doesn't always work like that. So just doing our best.
You guys, we're just doing our best out here.
Just doing our best. That's all anyone can ask you
And
to
by
do.
we're doing our best, I mean Shayna's doing her best, and I'm
Yeah, what are you
just
doing exactly?
Messing around. I'm looking up dragon trivia.
Oh, that's good.
That's one thing I'm doing.
This eye keeps sinking back into the head.
Nights with the Fox, you're feeding your week-old daughter. Oh man, that's like a brand new one.
Welcome to the world. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Oh, man.
Also, how are you a week after? My goodness.
Trying to remember, like
Not sleeping?
a week out.
You must, yeah, I know, my goodness.
Was the little guy ever
was
so
an
little?
intense week.
We call him the little guy now, but compared to that,
Oh man, compared to a
He's
1
a
week, it's like a
behemoth.
gigantor.
Her and her 2 other sisters.
Oh my goodness
That's
gracious. Oh, and
Well-
a tier 1 sub gifted to Nights with the Fox.
Well gifted, K-pop. Well gifted.
Doing mornings with the kiddos. Thank you so much, K-pop. You're amazing. Ugh.
What do the 2 older sisters think of their new daughter? Or new
Yeah.
new sister.
Your sister.
Your daughter, their sister. Oh, basking in the glow of all the cute baby smells and eating sounds.
Gosh, sharing, yes.
Wonderfulness.
Smelling the tops of baby heads is the best thing ever.
It is. Actually, you're biologically wired to love it.
Yep. Turns out I am not immune to what I am biologically programmed to love.
You know what we should do is we should start like a baby farm where we
Yes.
like harvest
Say
the
less.
pheromones from the tops of their heads. Does
There
this
you
sound?
go.
I think this is a good idea.
This sounds like everyone's going to be all for it.
Yeah. You had me at baby farm.
You had me a baby farm. Oh no. She's one of 3 week-old
Oh, wait, what?
triplets.
Wait, what? Hang on. I was picturing like 3.
Yeah, when you said 3 older sisters, I almost joked, how do you know that they're older? As a joke.
Right. Wow. Triplets.
2 older sisters. Holy, what the heck? Nights with the Fox.
Yeah, we agreed like we're gonna do one and done, unless they're like twins or triplets. And so there's like a part of me that was always like secretly hoping like this is how we get. I didn't have a kid then. I didn't know. I didn't know what it'd be like. I'm like, yeah, I knew it would be terrible, but
were
also
hoping we
I knew
would-
that it would be great because people.
Do
do it.
you ever find out that your partner was like secretly hoping for like a terrible thing? Not a terrible thing. I don't mean to say multiple births are terrible.
And I wasn't.
I mean,
secretly
I am not.
hoping for it exactly. It was
I am
just
not
to, like,
equipped.
knowledge. If we're ever gonna have multiples, the only way for that to happen is for this one to turn into 2 of them. Double down on the first deal. Because babies are
That's
a
it.
gamble.
Terrible for me personally. Yeah. First time dad at 37. Welcome
I-
to the club. I mean, I'm
I
not a
believe
dad. I'm a
that's-
mom, but yes.
I believe that's old. So old you were. I was.
That's
I was
old-
38.
I was 37. Mr. Sharp was 38. I
So look
like.
at you youthful little whippersnapper.
Yeah.
K-pop fan mom, your sister had twins. You decided you never want kids. Well, I see you changed your mind.
Yeah. You're not K-pop childless person.
You like how I always rooted to tie the chat votes? What? No. No.
Mr. Sharp is just an agent of chaos. I do kind of like how that mouth came out.
Yeah.
The teeth I'll have to do at the end because the teeth are so small.
Nights with the Fox. Are you basically just like spinning plates then, where it's just like you got 3 of them,
No, I
Just trying
can't
to,
even
like, rotate.
imagine how that works.
feeding and the changing?
Oh, man.
You feed all 3 of them, and by the time you're done feeding, the one's ready to be changed. And by the time you're done changing all 3 of them,
Right?
the one's ready to be fed.
I hope you have assistants.
By the
I
time
hope,
you're done
like,
feeding all 3 of them, then it's time for them all to go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. My goodness.
And while they're asleep, that's your chance to really go nuts and also sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
also
love it.
do some sleeping.
Sleep when the baby sleeps. Okay. Spinning plates running on fumes. I just bet. Well, friend, if you ever need to just like pass out, I mean, not that I can give you permission to pass out on the child, but you don't need to, watch the stream if you do.
I never had a problem sleeping when the baby slept because I was always like, wait, I get to sleep now? Great. Boom. It's like,
Yeah, but that's
I'm ready to sleep.
To be fair,
And
that
even
is a
more.
lot our schedule. We, as self-employed gig workers, like
Sure.
we're allowed to do that.
If
I
you
know
have
a lot
to
of
like
people
go
don't have
to
that.
an office during the day, which hopefully, if you have
They're a week old.
triplets.
Hopefully, you have some family leave.
Yeah, and obviously Nights with Fox. Nights with Fox stays with the triplets.
I love that. I love that
That's
so
fun.
much. Oh my gosh,
I'm like really jealous.
Are they
Great.
identical or are they fraternal?
Just in a room with 3 little baby creatures.
So we'll have our little beard braid thing, but that'll be something I glue on at the end there. I'll leave that there so I remember. I'll definitely forget it. Okay. Now I've got like my basic head structure. I'm gonna try and get some chest happening here. So going back to the original image, it looks like, again, it's kind of like a mauve-y, kind of purple underbelly, big gray shoulder pads with like red spikes coming out of them.
They are fraternal.
They're fraternal? All right. All different babies. Oh my god.
My goodness.
So wild.
Nights with the Fox, the only advice I could possibly give, and I would not give advice because our situations are very different. All I will say is that all things are temporary, and that I remember having moments when it was just our one child and being like, oh my God, how can we do this? How can this be like our life every day? And it's not your life every day.
No, it's
It's your life every day for
like
now. And
some
you
time.
only have a baby for a little bit. And then soon, what you're going to have is 3 toddlers.
Oh
who can
man.
walk on their own.
Yeah.
Quite capable of destroying themselves. And you get to watch all 3, which is fantastic because as a being that exists in physical space, you can only occupy one space at a time. So good luck choosing.
Good luck.
But it's all temporary.
It's all
Even-
temporary. Then you play zone defense.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sharon, you get
Exactly. You and your partner, you just like set up. You go in that hallway. I'm going to cover this area, and hopefully we can keep the animals contained. But it, even in those moments where you are totally exhausted and at your wit's end, one day it will please us to remember even this.
Even this. And yeah, it's crazy how like you're like, oh, this next, I can't wait for this phase to be over. And while you're in it, it is grueling. But once you're out of it, you're like, oh, remember when we didn't get any sleep for those 2 months or whatever?
Yeah.
It's not like that was so nice, but it doesn't. When you recall it, you don't like immediately recall it with like into a brain that has no sleep. So it won't seem as long when you're thinking about it later, which is small comfort maybe, but
And then you look at the videos and you think, where the crap did time go?
they ever so small.
Aaron, Eleanor, and Clara.
Clara, I love that so much. I really like the name Eleanor. Ellen, Eleanor, and Clara. Not Ellen. Aaron, Eleanor, and Clara.
Aaron, Eleanor.
Aaron, Eleanor, Clara. Ah, K-pop. Interesting. I forgot that the brothers were triplets in that movie.
Chaos Gremlins.
Indeed.
But take as much video and as many pictures as
Oh.
you can.
One of my big recommendations is take audio.
Yeah, record their voices.
Really record. I'm obviously they're not talking right now, but like
even the baby babble.
yeah,
baby
it's just the best.
And when they're like, really make sure you get like when they're talking to each other before they know words.
Oh my gosh.
Because the thing is, it's only, there's going to be like a month where they're talking to each other, but they don't have words. You know?
They'll have their own little triplet language.
And then soon the words will start coming and that'll like push that out, you know? So just document everything and keep the mantra, one day it will please us to remember even this.
Even this will be a
In your
fond memory.
Oh, that time when you were changing them and they went full fountains at the Bellagio on you?
Well,
Even that.
3 girls, so maybe not as Bellagio. But hey,
Oh,
we still have blowouts.
I'm going to imagine that the destructive capability is no less powerful, just perhaps slightly less focused. And even that, it will please you to remember.
Aaron falls asleep to the music you listen to. They're already different in their own ways. I love that so much.
That's one of the things that's so interesting to me is why are twins different and why are they the same? Like, what are the things that ends up differentiating them over the course of their life?
Sure.
Because I've had many friends, who are parts of twins. I don't know that I've ever known any triplets. You ever been friends with triplets? Oh
I've never
no, I
been
did
friends with
I did
twins.
comedy with some triplets. The Viersey triplets, you remember those guys? They're kind of the worst.
Okay, well, I guess
they're like three like super meathead brothers. They
Oh,
would,
that kinda
they'd
sounds
go to the
vaguely
gym
familiar.
with each other, and a lot of their comedies would like go to the gym with each other and giving each other a hard time for not being as full of muscles as the other two Viersey triplets.
Sure. Sounds like something they might do.
They did. And they did.
And do it, they did.
She falls asleep to The Cure.
Oh my gosh. It's the cure to insomnia. Okay, these what's the thing that they're taught? Greaves? Greaves go on your thighs?
Ooh.
Am I mistaken? I may be mistaken.
I mean, that does actually sound familiar. I haven't thought of that in a while. I'm no Rhinus Leatherworks over here.
Rhinus would know.
Rhinus would know.
Rhinus.
There's some rock lullaby playlists out there. Absolutely. Also there's a lot of podcasts and Spotify playlists of children's stories. So if you ever just need to
Like,
put on
I'm
just,
too tired
talk.
to read to you, but I think it's important for kids, even if they don't understand the words, it's important for kids to hear the cadence of storytelling
Yeah.
and human communication, even if they don't understand the words or what exactly is going on. I think it's just it's baby's only job is to observe. And
Right.
they're and you
And to
can just
feed.
see it in their eyes. They're just taking it all in. They're so curious and they're so sometimes totally confused. I love the look of confusion on a baby's face.
Man, when a new thing enters their field of vision
Like,
and they're like,
huh?
huh?
I haven't known of this.
This. It's fun getting to be that person with balloons.
Sure, yeah.
I love handing a balloon to a baby and just watching their faces. They're like, "What is this
It's
strange
squishy,
object?
but not fuzzy.
Very colorful. I like this." Variant. Yeah.
Hey, variants. How you doing? We're making RC's gigantic samurai dragon. It's gonna be a blast.
The children's story reader that our son ended up liking the best, for whatever reason, is called Ryer's Readers. I have absolutely no idea what that means.
Yeah.
I never learned the name of the show, and I believe they've stopped updating it.
Yeah, I don't think she's doing it anymore.
The last one was August of 24, so it may be done. But there's a very large library of past books, including a lot of just the old classics and some of the more modern ones and stuff. So if you just need stories to play. If you just need YouTube content to play.
Hey. How about that SharpBalloons?
There is a link to our YouTube channel that is the Stitch Balloon. There are several popular children's characters and things that Shana has made. And if you just need something wholesome to hang out with, and obviously they're probably young to watch any
young.
media at this point.
You don't want
but
them to do screen time
yeah,
too early.
when
I
they're
get
ready
it.
for screen time, it's healthy and safe for young minds.
All right. So
Nice with the
here's-
Fox. You were going to go see Black Sabbath, but you sold your ticket to a friend. Was that like when they were born, you mean? It's like,
Well, do I go see Black Sabbath or do I stay home with my 9 months pregnant partner? Ozzy can wait.
Ozzy can wait.
I.
He'll be around forever.
Babies. Well, that's how it goes.
Little cute fingers, little cute toes.
That was a bit of David Byrne writing lyrics for Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, Nights with the Fox, Stay Up Late. That's my favorite
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
song about having a baby. You're going to go see The Cure in autumn, so that'll be your... I like how you're like, I plan to be able to re-enter normal human society by, I don't know, next August.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
Optimistic.
It's good to be optimistic.
No, Fox.
Yes, ferret. All aboard! That's not what
I don't even like Ozzy. Why is that so burned into my brain?
Because I when I was a kid, the only good radio station
about to say,
was classic rock. So
When I was a kid, the rock and roll metal station that I listened to,
Kilo 94.3 rocks the Rockies.
I listened to.
Coming up next, your mandatory Metallica.
I don't remember the name of the radio station that I listened to at home, but
I mean, I do because that was the one.
right. But I mean,
know,
same for me.
As a metalhead kid, like, there was a ton of terrible radio stations in Colorado Springs where I grew up, and there was one cool radio station. And I was mad when they played all the hard rock stuff I didn't like.
It's like, get to the real metal, Kilo.
Real metal.
Yeah. Like Metallica.
And that all the other ones I was going to throw out were going to be jokes, but like they did play that stuff. They played Motley Crue. They played Poison.
Of course. The real metal. Poison.
They played Bob Seger. That's with the Fox, fellow metalhead.
I mean,
Metalhead.
metalhead turned
mellowdad.
mellowhead.
Yeah, metalhead turned mellowdad.
I think metalheads make great dads, and well, parents. Let's just say.
After never land.
Oh my gosh, triplets though. What the heck? Can't even.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for just a second here.
Oh,
love.
you are you?
I'm gonna leave you alone with these savages.
You gonna leave me alone? You trust them?
You beasts! She's just a balloon lady.
Enter night.
I'll be back in a second.
Exit Mr. Sharp. He's just a hand here in SharpBalloonie land.
Okay. These are our thighs. The reason I did a little frontal twist back there is so I can get the angle of the... Because there's a really sharp angle in the bend of the haunch. Gosh, this is... What's tricky about this is, like, I could make the leg shape no problem. It's all the armor that's on these kind of makes it tricky. Each joint is like a different color, as opposed to like if this was just a blue dragon with blue dragon legs, I could just use a blue balloon and make dragon legs. But instead I've got it like, well, he's got white fur coming off at his ankle, so I've got to have a double pinch twist in white there. Looks like also got kind of a... Oh, yeah! A science experiment with your young... That sounds like fun sharing. Have so much fun. Love it. Oh, how old is your kiddo, by the way? High recommendation for a YouTube channel called Science with Sophie. It's spelled exactly the way you think it is. She is an acquaintance of mine. Very, very well produced. Good stuff. Not too, like, if they're like 7 minutes long or something. Just like really good stuff. My son likes it. He's 6. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, kiddo science is the best. Kiddo science is absolutely the best. Okay, so we've got to do... How am I going to do those claws? Oh, okay. We'll just... Because the thing is, see, the feet are blue, but the claws are that... Again, he's... This very clever dragon has put nail guards on. What I should do. Let's just have the nails that come off be in that gray color. Oh my gosh, Ferret. Is Diesel like, like the new sibling thing now that Honey Bun's around? Is it like super jealous of your attention and affection and all that? Would make sense. Just curious. Gray instead of silver. I think it's gonna show up better. Not holding. Oh no, Ferret. Oh no. Are you okay? Do you need first aid? Diesel. It's not cool, bro. You gotta set a good example for your little sister. Okay, so if I tie... Oh, I'm not in the right... Here, so if we... This is a foot. I know. It's a stretch. Put this toe in. And it's like one toe. Now we just gotta get a few other toes. 3 toes total. You're holy! You have been blessed by Diesel. The blessings of Diesel upon you. You're holy now. And one more. That there. Beautiful. Okay. So, yes, obviously there's a lot of scraps on the bottom of the feet, but I think that'll work. I think I'm going to just do the bottoms of the feet. In blue. Sorry, little dragon shin guards. There we go. Some more air in there. this? Or the no, here it is. Little tiny bit. No, it should be 160 in this. 160 in white sand, which I know I have somewhere because I used it in the Ankylosaurus build. White sand 160. Where are you, 160 white sands? Oh, white sand 160. Where are you? They're around somewhere. Oh, housemate's cat, but they do have to coexist. Yeah, no, it's definitely a thing. If the humans live together, the cats must somehow too. Yellow. Grr. Well, if I don't have white sand 160, I guess the one place I can look would be my bag. I know I'll have a couple in there. Go grab that real quick. BRB. In my bag. Let's see what I can get. Perfect. That's what I needed. Found it. What an organized artist I am. So if we do double pinch twist, and attach that to the back where I have my knot here. Nice. Exactly where I want it to be. Tie these two together. So the graft is complete. We can take hold. All right, so that doesn't really look like a dragon leg, but what if I do that? That looks a little more like the dragon's leg. That, the bend, you know what I mean? We've got a body. And this leg right there. Yeah. Let's hold that forward a bit, but yeah. Okay. So I gotta replicate this on this side here. Shouldn't be a problem. I am a professional. Say that a lot. Does it belie a lack of confidence? Perhaps. Okay. Ray for my toenails. Right. The thing that'll make a balloon sculpture complicated is variety of color. Because every new color is a new balloon you have to tie in. And boy, does this samurai have a lot of balloon colors. Slowly introducing them to Bluey. Bluey's the best. And yeah, it can never happen too soon. Our son, I don't know, he didn't like it when he was little. And then I think I tried to push it too hard. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, let's watch Bluey. Mommy likes Bluey. No, I don't. Mommy likes it. I don't like it. I'm like, oh boy. Oh, so it's begun, eh? You think you got better taste than me, punk? Probably does, but don't tell him that. We'll go straight to his 6-year-old head. All right. This I can use from this. This is a syringe we made last night for Nurse Huckleberry, or at least part of it. But I only need 2 pinch twists out of this white, so I can repurpose it. Hello, Christopher. Good Monday. How are you? We're currently making this samurai dragon. It is intense. This is a request from RC Maniac. Hands down, our largest supporter of the stream financially. Double pinch twist here. Ow. Rip. Don't need that. And then tie these two together. Nice. I feel like I keep doing this for the detail camera. No one can see the detail camera when I don't have that on. But here is. So this is how we start. Like toes, shin, that. It doesn't really look like it. You adjust everything properly. Don't drop it on the ground. See how we doing? How we doing? Yes. Just about. Let's see. This is going that way. Okay, these are our dragons' feet. Or legs, rather. Nice, that works. Now I'm going to take our torso. Bend this here. There's like a hard bend. Hey, Ed Brightlight. How the heck are you? Good to see you. We're making a complicated build today. Here, I'll show you the picture of what it is as soon as I get this locked in here. All right, here's our. Back. This won't be there. Let me rip this part off. Tie it. Beautiful. Looking good. So this is the illustration we're trying to recreate. Oh, dang. It's all good. An all good Monday. Well, we love to hear it. Behave. Okay, good. That would be interesting. Okay. All right, this is our dragon's body, mister. We've got okay. Now I've got to do big ol' like shoulder guards and then large arms. Like the forearms are quite large. Let's see. So if they're coming through from under there. It's really big. Do. This. I kind of rolled this here. I think that makes a nice shoulder guard looking thing. I'll try that on this side too. Roll that through there. Nice. Don't need that part. That part's extra. Ka-cha! Oh, missed. But I almost hit Mr. Sharp. Which would have been great. I didn't know there were banned episodes of Bluey. Oh no. Okay, this one we don't need. These ones, we're going to leave those until we got our arms here to connect. Like blue, big, beefy forearms. Probably in fashion blue because I don't have. Comes a little. Okay, so what I think it is going to be a double pinch twist. Most things start with a double pinch twist. Dad baby. I am going to have to watch that. I don't know if I've seen that one, Annie. That's pretty fun. And if Richie is given the seconding that recommendation, I feel pretty good about it. I don't need this part. I'm going to pop that. I'll tie it. Okay. I'm going to do a third pinch twist. I'm that kind of crazy. Big forearm. And then, of course, we've got... It's like a... What did I say that wraparound is? It's not quite gold. Blush? I think maybe I should use gray, though, because it's the same color as the toenail coverings that I did. So I will use gray. That's going to be... I'll do a 260. It was hilarious. Oh, Facey Talk is really great. And Sleepy Time is, of course, wonderful. Ooh. Mr. Sharp with the hand. Give him credit. Is this mac and cheese?
Well, it was intended to be mac and cheese, but it wasn't until I opened the box that I realized it is technically penne and cheese.
Okay, well, I mean, penne, like, macaroni means pasta, right?
Yes.
So.
But it's not traditionally what you would think of as a macaroni
not elbow
noodle.
macaroni.
Not an elbow macaroni. It's a penne pasta.
I mean, you sound like that's a bad thing, but I think it's...
Well, it's, I was making it because... Of course,
oh, because of
RC's,
RC.
Is running mac and cheese rankings list.
That's true.
Which, unfortunately, this would not be allowed to be on. I don't know if Penne makes the mac and cheese list.
I think so. You don't think so?
It's not that I don't think so. It's that I don't know. I'm not the guy who I view as qualified enough to make the call what pasta matters for what.
If only we knew someone who cared enough about mac and cheese
to do the work.
To make the spreadsheet, to come down hard on these judgments. When RC returns from his work meeting, we will have our answer.
It needs a minute to cool down just a little bit anyway. But
bubbles, or is it better with a solid wrap? It might be better with a solid wrap.
Mr. Sharp lied to his child about giving him a calzone. Now he's giving Shane a fake mac and cheese.
I know, Richie. I know.
No. I only lied to my child. I was upfront with my wife about the fact.
It's true.
Because the thing is, it's Annie's... I was going to say it's Annie's brand pasta shells.
Right.
And they
sometimes
have the little
they're
box.
like bunnies and cheese.
Yeah. And I just kind of grab a variety of those in general just to mix things up a little bit, And I didn't even realize that I'd grabbed a penne. And I'm ignorant enough about pasta and Italian food and cooking in general that I don't know which noodles are like what's relevant here, Obviously, if it was a spaghetti, that's totally different than a macaroni. But how different is a penne?
I mean...
Structurally, it's more similar to a macaroni noodle than it is a spaghetti noodle, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a mac and cheese fan would be like, cool, I love penne just as much. I don't know.
Babe, I don't know either. These are the important questions.
Richie says that penne and cheese sounds lush.
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 That's a good word.
Lush.
Is lush short for luscious?
I would think it has to be related, along with I would think like luxurious, or is that totally separate? Oh my gosh!
Hang
Perfect
on.
Perfect timing.
If only we had a green bam here. Thank
We're
you.
discussing
Jen, you know.
classifications and systems.
Okay, Richie says correct. Luscious. Okay. But
Because
we
like
need to get green bams.
luxurious, Lux.
Right.
You know,
and
the
Lux
X is a
in
sh,
general.
a lot
Lux,
of-
Luxe.
Yeah, it's like a sh in a lot of languages. So lux, lush.
Hey! What about a peanut?
Anybody want a peanut?
Hi, Peanut. How are you?
Would a peanut work? Well, I guess it depends on the wages.
It depends.
Fair wage for a fair day's hours? Sure.
No peanuts want to work these days.
How
Yes.
you doing, Peanut? Good to
Yes,
see you.
Peanut.
Oh, were you at
Hello.
the Nurse Huckleberry birthday celebration last night, Peanut? Hi.
Can Jen
Yes,
share about
please
an
do.
activity she did in class this morning?
Jen, I would kick you out if you didn't share.
I'm going to reserve my right to kick you out depending on what you share. Let's hear it.
Definitely want to hear that. Okay, I'm gonna do.
Dragon Cub. I hope this isn't a
Dragon
spoiler.
Cup?
Dragon Cub. I do have a dragon-themed game
What?
coming up
Dragon
at
game?
some point whenever RC returns.
We're waiting for Godot right now.
Richie wants to know, is Green Bam British or American? Nothing wrong with that. Just
Not
want to
that
know what
there's
we're working
anything
with.
wrong with being American. I don't know. There might be something wrong with being an American. I'm afraid of Americans. Hey, be kind. I do need to drink water. I am
Because
constantly in a state of dehydration. So let's rectify that, shall we? We're trying to make this samurai dragon warrior out of balloons, and I need all the breaks I can get here. Yeah.
so much water.
So
Wow.
Mr. Sharp always laughs because he's like, when I drink, he'll be like, gulp, gulp, gulp. He's like, wow. And then I'll hand him at the glass, and I got like a quarter of it down. He's like, it sounds like you're drinking a lot.
Sometimes it's very impressive sounding.
And it just like, I have a small mouth. So it looks like I'm going glug, 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 glug. And like I'm getting many mouthfuls of water. It's just, they're a smaller unit.
Sometimes you do drink a bunch of water. Sometimes you also like do the thing where you lift the water to your mouth and it touches your lips, but I'm not sure that any like gets ingested.
What? Your boyfriend calls you a fish? Look. It's a good way to get the hydration in the body. If you don't make a bunch of noise, are you even drinking? So we've got.
So Jen is taking a class on how to interpret psychological tests, like personality tests for diagnosing disorders, etc. Each was assigned a group to interpret results of a client, and the clients were all Disney characters.
Yes.
Her group looked at Kuzco's psychological findings.
Oh man.
Okay.
Narcissist.
Jen, what would you
Narcissistic tendencies.
what would you say were your results? What did you find in your work?
Borderline personality disorder. I don't know if you're diagnosing.
I mean,
I mean,
think
narcissist.
you'd have to say narcissism is the obvious one, just because.
Well, like
his journey is not caring or understanding even that others matter.
yeah.
and then learning
Totally
that,
self-centered, and then realizing, oh, other people might matter.
Peanut wants to say ADHD.
Ooh, interesting.
I think you could make a case for that,
make a
probably.
case for it, sure.
Slurpee is glad that they have a lot of data saved up on their phone plan that they can watch this, but it does eat up a lot of data.
I know. I'm
You wouldn't do this
sorry.
at work, going on the bus. We don't have much else to do.
Yeah.
I understand this, Slurpee. I understand.
I appreciate you hanging in there, Splorpy. Sorry for eating up all your datas.
And Peanut, I'm doing well. Thank you for.
Oh, Richie, the
asking me.
song was. Let me go back real quick. Pure Gold by OOMIEE. Umie. Umi or Umie. It's one of those
royalty-free
stream beat kind of things, which most, if not all, of my music is.
We don't want to steal. We only want to take from those who are giving willingly. Like Umie. I'm that Peanut. Didn't get a chance to tell you.
Oh, yeah?
But they really like this outfit,
Oh, thank you.
as well as your shirt from yesterday.
Oh, you mean the jumpsuit that I wore for Nurse's stream? Thank you. I like that outfit too. This one is a dress. I like this dress. Yeah, that jumpsuit is my normal work outfit. I figured if I am supposed to be playing the part of a birthday party entertainer, which in theory is what we were doing yesterday, then I should wear what I wear when I do my normal professional job as a birthday party entertainer. Right?
So Jen says that Kuzco definitely shows a lot of grandiosity,
Ooh, grandiosity.
self-conscious tendencies. Didn't solidify a diagnosis, but we're leaning toward narcissistic personality disorder or a specific type of borderline.
Ooh, what specific type?
We were like, next step in treatment, find a new groove.
Ah, yes. I love that because the thing about it being Disney characters is it's like it can be fictional characters, but also everyone is familiar with, like, if not all of the tendencies, like beats of the movie. So, like, you know, if you're like talking about like Donald Duck, obviously some anger control
Exactly.
issues going on there.
Other groups had Scar,
We're building this.
Marlin from Finding Nemo, and Elsa.
Ah, Marlin is definitely like an anxiety disorder.
I don't remember Marlin.
He's the one who doesn't want. He's Nemo's dad. He doesn't want Nemo to go out
Oh.
anywhere. He wants Nemo to stay close and an
Right.
attachment.
Sure.
You know. And what else? What is it? Elsa. I mean, gosh, poor Elsa. That's not her fault. She was like, you know.
Yeah, I
parents
mean, if you
locked
want a
her-
bummer, do Lilo.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
You know.
Look, they're all bummers.
Sure. Does Donald have anger issues, or is he appropriately responding to the material conditions of the world around him?
Yeah.
Sometimes all you can do
Down with the rodentarchy.
is chain smoke 1,000 cigarettes using your mouth as some sort of like assembly line thing where you just do one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, in order to cure your anxiety.
Okay. I think that sounds good, mister. Let's do that.
Oh, I mean, I guess Donald has insomnia.
Does he?
I mean, in that one sketch or cartoon. Whoa, this guy's looking tough.
Yeah, he's looking very tough.
Till you move his head,
Yeah.
and then he looks like a backup dancer. Amy Roberts says that was such a fun party game that you taught Nurse last night.
Thank you. It was so much fun. Very, very fun. We had a blast. We did kind of just make it up. You know, she was like, she puts out the call every once in a while for, like, you know, collaboration projects. And it's like, you know, as soon as I was like, oh, it's her birthday and she wants like a birthday party game, like, come on, we got to do balloons, obviously.
What kind of professional birthday party would you
I'm
be?
a professional trick pony, okay?
Babe. Hey, Ray.
Oh, hearts. Hey, ya, Ray. Histrionic personality disorders, a mental health condition marked by unstable emotions, distorted self-image, and an overwhelming desire to be noticed. But it probably has nothing to do with me. Probably.
Is that Cusco though?
Huh?
Is that Cusco though?
I mean, to be noticed for sure.
Maybe. Is he? I don't know. Cusco doesn't seem like he has grandiose ambitions.
He just truly is the emperor.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a delusion. He's literally in charge of everything.
Well, and like he doesn't. His ambitions aren't like, I'm going to take over this other kingdom.
No, his
It's,
ambitions
I
are.
want a pool.
Yeah, you're right.
I
You're
want
right.
a pool for me so that I can play in the pool.
It's
And
like self-gratifying.
if I obliterate this other guy's home along the way,
It does not matter.
you know, he's not an emperor, so who cares?
Ah, yes, Richie. That is good to know. Yeah, Yzma has some grandiosity. Sure.
Precisely, Peanut. Yzma wants the throne to do like political work. That's like when we first meet her, she's sitting on the throne and there's like a peasant who's like pleading his case, and she's being real fascist about it, you know?
What?
Because she wants the throne so that she can use it for ideological, self-serving power. And Cusco's just a selfish idiot.
A useful idiot until he's no longer useful. Okay. Oh gosh, yes. Eartha Kitt was spectacular. That. Let's see here. So his other arm kind of goes back behind his body. Is the thing he does this kind of sideways pose. Like this arm is forward, this arm is backward. Let's see if I can get it's kind of a little more. I had
That's
maybe
Kronk. Useful idiot is in his job title. Yes. And the problem with working with useful idiots is that sometimes they lean more toward the one than the other. Because we haven't actually taken our child out for a real calzone. We need to because Liz
gave us
money
some
for
calzone money.
specifically.
And we haven't yet made a chance to do that, but we definitely should. Just got to go to find a good Italian restaurant. No one expects the Spinach Inquisition.
That's pretty bad.
We did that before. Do you remember? Spanish Inquisition, Kronk holding his spinach puff.
Oh.
No one expected it.
We do funny stuff.
We do funny stuff. It's like, that's a good one. We should do that. Oh, we've done
We
that.
did.
Yeah, we've done did it now. Yes, true. Fluent squirrel. Trying to bend this balloon in the shape of the tail. What I'm going to do is have it be so that it starts out as 260. And then somewhere where it's behind the body, I'll swap it out with a 160 so we can get like a tapered situation there. Oh, thank you, Be Kind. It went really well. I had 2 jobs on Easter Day. So I love working. I have a great job. Love working. So I did that. And then in the late evening, we got to do a little guest spot on Nurse Huckleberry's stream. Also, of course, in the morning, we did our family little celebration. We got to hide eggs for the little guy. He found them. He got a basket full of goodies, including a whoopee cushion.
A whoopee cushion that was used so many times the first day that it is broken now.
Exploded. Yeah, he blew out his cushion.
For those that
No more cushion.
For those that remember, when we opened the box from Flower Clown, and he had a bunch of just random odds and ends in there, one of those was a whoopee cushion, and we just felt like, well,
And we were like, well, this is the time.
probably ought to give that to the boy.
And he loved it.
Oh God!
Oh man, so many times we'd be like, Mom, do you want to sit down in your chair? Be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna sit down right. Oh, what? So funny.
I never realized as a child how much work it is for adults to not see the whoopee cushion. My attention is diverted by something in the kitchen as I sit down in my seat here and what?
Woo. I'm so embarrassed. Good times. Good times. Good times. Childhood. We know it. We love it. Okay, so if the tail goes back to here is kind of what it looks like it does. And it goes lower even. So let's push that down and back to here. Yeah. Kind of like a figure eight kind of situation, and then we'll swap it out with the 160, which is a different color. I'm sure no one will notice. Okay. Oh, the director for Emperor's New Groove was also the director for Chicken Little. Interesting, Annie. I didn't know that. Be kind, yes. Agreed. Oh my gosh, Bluey is... It's like we'll never hit that perfection of the Healer family. They are too patient, too... They
exist to be an aspirational role model.
Yeah, they're a guiding fiction.
You will never achieve this, but it's nice to think about what if you were as patient and as playful as Bandit.
And we will try our darndest, and we will sometimes fall short, but that will be okay, because we are guided by love, always.
Plus, we're just grateful that they made Keepy Uppy such a... Like, I don't know.
Oh,
did
man.
you ever have a name for that? I played
I
that
think-
as a kid. I never called it, like, Keepy Uppy.
I think Keep
don't
Up
know.
was a
Keep
thing
Up, yeah, probably Keep
sometimes.
Up. Or,
But yeah, Keepy Uppy. Oh my
Balloon.
gosh, I love it.
and now everyone, like, knows it. This is what we call it. We're all on the same page with this.
I'm kind of doing a thing here that's not sure if this is what I really... It's necessary. I mean, what that I do is necessary.
What is necessary?
This is art. This is an art stream. Art is almost by its definition unnecessary.
Yeah, nothing is necessary. Some things are only necessary for something else.
Right, in order to achieve a certain specific goal, but
Necessary.
pretty unnecessary.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to work today. You only have to go to work today if you want money.
There you go. Oh, that's amazing, Be Kind. So lucky. Oh, bye, Jen. I didn't even see her say bye.
Bye, Jen.
Sorry, Mr. Sharp.
No, that's all right. Was it Peanut? Does her son show any interest in balloons? Yes.
A bit, yeah.
He's
a
not
little bit.
like-
He's like reserved.
He'll play with them more than he wants to make them, I guess I'd say.
Could you do it like Marvin the Martian? Or try at least to stretch like Marvin. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try it.
My tight muscles.
Good morning, Earth. I look forward to destroying you today.
Gotta stretch
My
my
latissimus dorsi. Oh,
my luteum Q34 forearm.
I have no
muscle.
idea when the last time I actually heard Marvin the Martian's voice
No, I
was.
know. Nor I, but our best attempt, Peanut. Try at least. I think the at least was the part of the request that we honored.
We'll try at least.
Try at least. I heard least. You got it.
Your least effort.
I sounded the least like Marvin the Martian.
It's the least we could do. Literally.
It's a very long tail, but it's looking pretty cool. Obviously, we don't have the mane of white that goes along the tail. I'm going to add that later. We're starting to get pretty close here. I got to fix this other arm, figure out what to do with that. And when I say pretty close, we've got a lot of details. And obviously, the details are important. This sword, for example, this long katana. It looks like it's in a red-ish scabbard. That's... And... like a gold Suba, maybe. I'm not doing like this.
Lamb chop.
This is the song that ends. It's my version. It's gonna be a big hit.
You know, the problem with it is not that it's not good.
It's great.
It's great.
Always
perfect.
leave them wanting more.
Money. Always them wanting money.
You better pay me for listening to that.
The problem is that, like,
Yes.
you know, as we all know in content, it's one click.
Yeah.
You got to keep people on the site. So what are you just singing the same one over and over?
No, I think what you do
What
is
you
you
get
say,
was loops.
"All right, everybody, this is the song that ends." And then for the next 5 minutes, you just like go about your day.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Really drive home that it has ended. We are not doing that anymore.
Are you still here? Weird.
Weird. There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
I do love that.
There was supposed to be.
Mariah! Thank you. Appreciate you. So this is what we're making right now. Samurai dragon. Here's my samurai sword. It looks perfect. So what's the length of this? We hold up our body. Let's see. Hold up, wait a minute, let me put katanas in it. Let's say this one goes to about there, would be the end of our sword. Does that feel about right? I think so, yeah. Honestly, though, if I were this dragon, I wouldn't bother with the sword. I would just use my tail. I feel like a tail that long, can you imagine the force that you could generate if you, like, built up some speed with that bad boy?
Totally. But again, what are you going to do with someone super up close?
Scratch them with your dragon claws?
Oh, yeah, you do have claws.
I don't think they get that up
What do you do
close if you
medium up
have a
close?
gigantic tail like that. You're just
He's
like,
got weapons for all ranges.
he is, you know.
Except for range.
I'm going to say, I think maybe he's just, this is for fashion. These are choices solely for fashion. Amy, Easter Bunny dropped us off candy, which is very nice. Oh my gosh, Peanut, I literally didn't remember that was a Marvin thing, and I was like, oh no, what did we do to make Peanut angry?
This makes me angry. Very angry indeed.
Fire Breath, Splorpy, that's the ranged attack.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect. If this is one of those fire dragons where we don't want to assume.
Yes, what are the rules to your dragon? Your dragon might have totally different rules.
Yeah. Candy is like, I think of all of the holidays, Easter is not like my favorite holiday by any stretch. You know, I'm like, it's never been a huge one, but I really do love the candies. I like the chocolate situation. I like the gummy, like the chewy, like jelly bean type situation. I like the marshmallow situation.
I would say is like percentage of the holiday that I enjoy, like, or what percentage of the stuff that I enjoy of this holiday is made up the largest by candy. I'm not saying this correctly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you trying to say?
Easter's the best holiday for candy in relationship to all of the other stuff that comes with it. For example, Christmas, you might get by volume more candy. And some very good candies.
Oh man,
However,
I do love some good candies.
there's lots of other good stuff that happens in Christmas.
Yeah.
And the candy is one little aspect of it.
Yeah, those sugar plums that are dancing in your head.
With Easter, there's not that much else that I enjoy. You are all personally welcome to take whatever enjoyment from the day
Gee, thanks, Mr. Sharp.
that you do.
I wasn't going to till you gave me permission.
I enjoy a bit of a Easter egg hunt here and there. That's
I did
fine.
enjoy hunting for eggs as a kid. I will say, at some age, people stop hiding them for you.
I also think you need other people there. When you're one kid hunting the eggs, it's a little
I had a
perfunctory.
sister. I have still a sister. Nothing. It was not a weird way to break some tragic news. I have a sister and can confirm it is nice when you've got someone else. You know, and our son did do like a school egg hunt and like a, you know, it's
One
not.
in the park, you
Uh-huh.
know. But like the urgency.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta find all these eggs.
One thing that'd be cool is to like do 2 different colors of eggs. One that's like kids' eggs and one that's like grown-up eggs. They're like hard to, but you got to get all the grown-ups bought in on actually looking for them. And then if a kid finds a grown-up one, they can still take it. Like that's a, if anything, they got to feel good about it. Like, wow, I found
they
one
can
of
have
the
that
grown-up
airplane
eggs.
bottle of Jose Cuervo. I'm sorry, what did you have in mind to put in the grown-up eggs?
Obviously, Nichols.
Oh, okay.
He really liked the money eggs. I am going to run to the restroom real quick for a little bio break, so I'm going to leave you all in the competent hands of one Mr. Sharp Balloons.
Competent hands, fantastic.
Competent hands.
One thing that we do here, you're welcome to play the Oldly Wed game where you ask me questions about Shana. I will answer them and see not questions about Shana, questions about Shana's tastes, history, past. That's the same as history. I'm searching for multiple words and really just came up with synonyms for the same word. Otherwise, we'll just hang out. I'm that peanut. Sure, it could be. I wouldn't probably mix that in with the kids' eggs, although hopefully you'll be able to weed them out before any sort of issue were to actually arise. You went to church, and then they gave you candy back then, and you ate a red velvet cake. He had a lot of sugar. What I'm saying is the proportion of the holiday that is purely sugar-related, for me, is perhaps greatest with Easter. Also, if you ever want to send Shana something that she really, really enjoys, robin's eggs, the Easter candy that is, as some people pointed out, probably on sale today. I'm actually probably, after stream, going to head to like the Walgreens and see if they have cheap robin's eggs, which are from the Whoppers line of candies, and they are well regarded in this house, perhaps too well regarded. However, what I tried to do, and don't tell her this, I tried to save a few bags, stash them away where she won't find them.
I'm coming back.
And she's coming back.
Talking.
I'm not even talking about anything. Don't worry. I don't do anything secret.
That's the way someone who doesn't do anything secret talks.
Right. If I did something secret, I'd be like, hey, don't worry about that secret thing I just did. But I didn't do anything secret, so you don't even have to worry about it. And you all, chat, just shut up. Just shut up about it.
If you know what's best for you, you'll just keep your pretty little mouth shut.
Nothing's going on. Okay.
Except it's
all
a
right,
computer
everyone.
chat, so you just
You're all
keep
being
your pretty
real
little
unsuspicious.
fingers shut.
I am trying to get people to send you robin's eggs.
Ooh. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm be done with that.
She would be definitely okay with that.
I would not be upset by that. Worth the P.O. Box fees.
Oh, man, if you got free robin's eggs, you would never let that P.O. box go.
The P.O. Box.
And you should tell her that it's from the Easter Bunny just to
There you go.
be a wag.
I might believe it.
She might.
I'm a trusting soul.
She's a soul.
So here's the thing. You can't really see the other hand, right? Like, it's behind him. Here, I'm going to switch back over here. You can't see his... Okay, which hand is that? His left hand? His... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his katana's on his left hip. Because he's right-handed. This we know about this dragon now. But yeah, you can't really see his left hand at all. It's completely behind his haunch. So I'm going to go ahead and take from that I think I'm going to just end the arm. Make it a stump. Which is a weird choice. But I don't think I need it for our final picture. Now, if it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I want to turn it around and show it 360 degrees, then yes, we do need an arm, but I think this one will just look good from the one angle that he's supposed to look good at.
Amy Roberts always had partly candy in her basket, but also always had an activity or plushies. Got all the Stanley, are those the flat Stanley books? As a 9-year-old, got eggs that had experiments.
Ooh.
He had some bubble stuff, and he had a
Bubble
few
stuff.
other things.
He got a Lego
yeah, the
F1
Lego.
racer that he's been really into.
McLaren.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been into
Drive me quite
cars.
tough.
He has a couple of Lego vehicles that he races with each other, and so I was like, well, it was on sale. I'm like, yeah.
Quite tough. I drive a McLaren.
I buy Lego on sale.
Yeah, but it was a McLaren. Like that's perfect.
No, yeah. I mean, look, I'm not saying.
Also, he was able to sit down and do it himself.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
It was great for me because you were gone working and I was on kid duty, and he just sat down quietly in his room for like an hour straight, just
Legoing.
clicking and bricking. Occasionally, you would hear cries of desperation, so mournful. Oh, come on!
It's so relatable,
You hear a
though.
thing like you hear a thing like clatter as it, like, he's trying to get a piece and it slips out of his hands. It clatters like, why does this happen?
Our
I'm like-
child,
and
melodramatic.
I would
What?
I usually like walk to the door and I'm like, do I need to come in? Do I need to intervene here? Or, and then after that moment, he would usually be okay, and I'd just let him keep rolling.
Oh, Stanley cups. Yeah. The Stanley mug things.
Gotcha.
Tumbers, yeah. Oh my gosh. Agreed, be kind. Agreed. Ooh, I haven't tried the Dubai chocolate bar though. Yeah, Guy Tough, K-pop. You know it.
I've heard that you can't really find them in LA anymore. Dubai chocolates.
I don't know what that is.
It was like a thing.
It was a thing?
It was like a thing. You
Was
know,
it-
like one of those things.
Did I miss out on a thing again?
It was a TikTok thing, or like a meme thing. I don't know. But like, yeah, people were making a ton of Dubai chocolates. Be kind, because you say you can make them, but also I heard pistachios are actually harder to find because it's been so popular. So many people are making these.
Well, somebody
has
here
some thoughts.
is
I believe the door to his room is shut currently, and he is
my
not
hickey.
pleased.
Can you hear that?
Can you all hear the complaints issuing
Go
from our dear
closer,
friend?
see if you can. Although he'll probably go quiet once he sees you. Gosh, it's so loud. Yeah, see, once he sees you, he just goes quiet and starts walking up to you. It's like, oh, finally, someone answered my call. Finally. Ah, the music probably. Hey, RC, how you doing? Yeah, music a little loud. Hey, Egg, how you doing? You want to say something to RC Maniac? Well, he's purring. That is saying something. Hello? Hi, Iggy.
RC, welcome back. I tried to make mac and cheese in your honor, but it turned out penne and cheese. Oh, brother.
Oh yeah, what's your RC, what is your opinion on noodle shape in the mac and cheese? Like, must it be elbow macaroni, or are you like, look, if it's shells and cheese or penne and cheese as Mr. Sharp made, then it still counts? Cosmic? I think so. And yet, here we are thus far. First, I'm going to show you the body. Okay, so we've got our body here. Obviously, not everything's in exact position. He's a little uncollected. His tail is going to be even longer than this, but this is the beginning of our dragon's body. And then, of course, we have our head, which is not yet attached and doesn't have nearly as many horns and as glorious a mane as it will eventually have. And then this is the end of our tail, which will kind of come off on. This is a very long tail that dragon has. And we've got our katana, because it is, of course, an armed dragon, because we like to go super duper overkill. Katana and wakizashi, because you just never know. You just never know who you're going to need to stab and how far away they're going to be standing. You know what I mean? You just cannot assume these things. Mostly indifferent, but more texture equals more stuff for the cheese to attach to. That is true. That's what I've learned about, like, pasta shapes, is like the ones with like ribbing on the outside or like little bumps and curls like those sauce and cheese stick to nicely. Weazilla, you get it. I mean, being a Zilla yourself, you understand. You got to. I do like spirals. That's fun. That'll hold a lot of cheese. Shells are great for portion control. See, look at this. Smart folks. Okay. So, here is the body of our dragon warrior. I haven't done the beads across the chest yet. Actually, that might be a good step to do right now before I attach the head. So let's grab a 260 and a 160, and we'll see which one works best. Probably, I think it's going to be 160. So here's the trick about making chains of bubbles in a balloon sculpture. Once you blow up the balloon, and you're like, okay, I'm going to make a chain of bubbles. Yeah, no worries, RC.
Weazilla, you got to be prepared even as a dragon. Too true.
Yeah.
I was just about to read RC's pasta comments.
So, like, this is a chain of bubbles, and you're like, great, but it doesn't sit just perfectly. Like, it's not, it has no weight to it, is the thing. They're not really beads. And so they like, these ones are actually sitting in a nice curve, but if you attach them to, like, the shoulder blades, it might pop up, or it might, like, twist around itself. So I have to see how it's gonna, let's see, it goes basically from shoulder pad to shoulder pad. Ooh, look at me.
Ooh,
Should I get a statement necklace of large turquoise beads?
Clutching your dragon pearls.
Exactly. All right, let's see here. We're going to do 1, 2, 1 shoulder pad. Some more here. See, I feel like it's not quite the shoulder pad. It's like a little narrower together than the shoulders. Maybe more like this. That would be right. Maybe I do have to wait till I have the head on so I have something to attach these to. Because right now, this is kind of perfect. But I have nothing to actually have it, make it sit there. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna twist this just to hold the, because if I let go of this end bubble, all of these will untwist. But if I lock that first bubble in that pinch twist there, then they will stay, at least until I need them.
Until such time.
Okay, so if we have our dragon head there, anything else on the lower half of the dragon face that I haven't got? I don't think so. Obviously, there's like the little ponytail thing, but I have that ready to go. I think I need to just get some real tall mane here. I need to do a twist in this bubble. Shoot, that was loud. Very loud. I'm going to place it with a different color because no one will know it's in the back of him. Yeah, Mr. Sharp is working on something.
I do have a game. I think it's best played with chat, as opposed to with Shana. Or
I like that.
I think I can give you a handicap if you want to play with chat.
I like it. I like it. Would you like to play a game, chat? Okay. Need more hair. Connect this body to there. Connect this here. What if I did this? I have a bubble here. If I connect that to the back of him, then that positions his head approximately the right orientation. It's a little off kilter, but like he's a dragon. Give him a break. He's how many millennia old?
Amy Roberts likes games. As long as it's not, Saw or Squid Game. Sure. Naturally. All right. Are we ready to play a game?
I'm
It's
ready.
game time. RC, would you like to play a game?
RC was away, but he
Oh, he
might
was
be
away.
back. Oh, he said BRB for a moment.
Right.
He might
Okay.
not be here yet.
We're ready to go then, but we will wait for RC.
Yeah, when
'cause that
RC
would be
gets here.
rude.
Like waiting for Godot.
So I'll explain the rules because I think RC won't have any trouble catching up. We'll do
Yeah.
basic dragon trivia.
Dragon trivia.
The way that we're going to do it is I will ask the dragon trivia question.
Uh-huh.
Chat, you can all answer. I will give a point to whoever answers first. If no one has answered after a minute, that's when I will open it up to Shana.
Oh.
I don't know what the delay here is, but if we have 1 minute of cushion, I feel certain that'll be most people's delays. Most of the questions I have written in such a way as to get progressively more obvious.
You mean like
the first stuff that I'm saying is more abstract, and then the stuff at the end of the question is much more specific.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is time in there for people, to answer.
So is
or
this
to
a
think
name
about it.
that dragon or is it
Essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
It'll be in the questions.
Okay. That's true. Cosmic says more than 5 seconds gives us time to Google.
Well, yes. However, it gives everyone an equal amount of time to Google, which will always be slower than just knowing a thing. And yes, if some people's delays, your delay will directly impact this, your performance in this game. I will, however, calm you with the knowledge that there are no prizes,
And
nothing
it
to win.
doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter at all. So, with that said, RC has returned.
Hey, RC.
RC, we're going to do Dragon Trivia.
Dragon trivia.
When you all know the answer, go ahead and put it in chat. I will see the first person.
First person with the
to
correct
answer.
answer?
I will give a point to them.
A point.
A point.
A dragon point?
Yes.
Yes.
Dragon points.
1 dragon point.
Okay, I'm calling up a timer here for Shana.
Cosmic Voyager, I love it.
All right. Dragon trivia. Name that dragon, or who's that dragon, or hey, where's that dragon from? Begins now.
Now.
Question number 1. He is the last known Night Fury dragon in existence.
Easy.
Okay, you can't answer.
I know, but it's easy.
Okay, I guess, do I start your timer when I start reading or when I'm done with the question?
I think you started now.
Okay, all right. He is also responsible for bringing the dragons of Burke into the hidden world. Amy Roberts is the winner. That is Toothless.
Toothless.
Sorry, love, you didn't even have a chance to get in there on that
No,
one.
no. Look, it's fine. I anticipate that I won't in any of these. I think people are going to be.
Followed by
Pretty
RC,
good.
Annie, and K-pop. I don't know. We'll see. Some might be harder. Starting relatively easy.
You gotta warm everybody up to it.
All right, question number 2. This extreme power metal band,
Whoa.
self-described,
Yes.
that includes dual guitarists Herman Lee and Sam Totman, had their biggest hit in 2005 with their third album, Inhuman Rampage. RC Maniac, that is correct.
Woo!
It is Dragon Force.
Dragon Force.
Inhuman Rampage, of course, includes the hit song Through the Fire and the Flames, which was later included in Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
Okay.
Richie would like you to drink some water.
Thank you, Richie.
That's a point for RC.
RC. Cheers. Cheers.
Okay, this one's a little trickier.
Mm-hmm.
Taro, or Taro, is the name of the stop-motion dragon from what 1958 58 movie featuring the work of a legendary animator, Ray Harryhausen. Do you know this one?
I mean, I know
your
who
timer's
Harry.
going.
Oh, it's,
You know Ray
but
Harryhausen?
I'm not allowed to answer, right?
Not yet, but you know
I know
Ray
who
Harryhausen?
Harryhausen is,
This is a tricky one.
but I don't know. I have a guess, but I don't know.
I'll say it is based on the voyages of which seafaring adventurer?
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Did you know that one?
No, but I got a good.
Okay, I'll read the question one more time. You have about 20 seconds. Let's see. Taro or Taro, I don't know the pronunciation, is the name of the stop-motion dragon from the 1958 from what 1958 movie featuring the work of legendary animator Ray Harryhausen
Legendary.
and based on the voyages of the eponymous seafaring adventurer. What's your guess, love?
My guess is Sinbad.
Sinbad is correct.
Yeah.
Cosmic Voyager X actually did get that in.
Ah,
right before you.
the adventures of the seafaring comedian Sinbad. Yes.
Exactly.
Everyone knows.
He defeats the dragon with his giant parachute pants.
Yeah. Isn't he like a genie? Okay, anyway.
But yes, Cosmic Voyager, that was you, Voyages of Sinbad, and also my dad just texted me.
Nice.
He overheard.
You
him, so
overheard that?
he-
Yeah. Harryhausen.
Ray Harryhausen. Ray Harryhausen, like, you might not know the
If
name,
you've
but
seen-
if you
yeah.
saw the style, you'd be like, oh, I've seen.
I think, like, is it Battle of the Titans? It's like the most famous.
I have no idea
Wonder what's-
which
like the
ones
one with
he's
like
done.
the skeleton army.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
right.
that stuff. He's
Yeah.
he's classic.
He's like the first stop motion dude. All right. What was the dragon's name? It was Taro or Taro?
Taro.
Yeah, I'm not sure the pronunciation because it's from the Jason movie, so I mean not that Jason movie. Wait, no, sorry, Sinbad, not Jason. Jason and the Argonauts is another one similar.
Yes.
But-
Sinbad.
We move on now to question number 4.
Very good.
Thought to be the first CGI dragon.
The first.
Draco. Whoever named that, boo. Do a second pass, all right? Make a choice. Draco is the generically named dragon from this 1996 film, thought to be the first CGI dragon.
96?
96.
First CGI dragon?
Starring Dennis Quaid and
Sean
Sean
Connery.
Connery.
You're the
30
man now, dude. You're the dragon now.
I
dog.
believe that is a line from this movie. RC's got it.
Yeah. That was the first. Oh, Jason and the Argonauts. Thank you, K-pop. Yeah. Draco. I didn't know
But
that
yeah,
was
the
his
Jason
name.
and the Argonauts is probably Harryhausen also.
Yeah, it
and
was, definitely.
Is it like there's a Hercules movie that has like
He did a lot of, like, Greek mythology, I want to
yeah.
say.
Well, yeah, 'cause he's a giant monster.
Yeah.
RC loves Draco.
Aw.
Maybe I shouldn't have put Draco. I'm like, Draco's too generic. It won't give it away, but maybe it did.
Quite all right.
That's all right. RC is proving his dragon knowledge here.
Thank
It
goodness.
would be embarrassing if
It would
like,
be- yeah,
everybody
it would
else
be
ran. He's
awkward.
like, I don't know, but he's showing he knows.
I
his
will say it
dragons.
wouldn't be awkward if he lost, but it would be awkward if he was putting in a bunch of wrong answers. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
What else we got?
Question number 5. We have 7 total questions. 3 more questions. Question number 5. Name the dragon that's fond of string. Sealing wax.
Yeah.
And other fancy stuff. Who is in a 1977 movie
Ruined Mr. Sharp's childhood.
narrated by Burgess Meredith
I feel like if you started with the Burgess Meredith, that would be.
that was adapted from a folk song by Peter, Paul, and Mary that was
Peter, Paul, and Mommy.
listed by Time Magazine amongst the greatest war crimes of the 20th century.
Oh, interesting. K-pop.
Okay.
And
It wasn't, but it should have been.
oh, we also got Amy Roberts. Nice. I think Amy Roberts was our first one.
Yes, Amy Roberts is the first Puff, the Magic Dragon.
Magic Dragon.
Look, it is an incredibly well-written song. It is also
And
just
traumatized the little kids, just like you and me. Puff the magic dragon. He's like the giving tree. Lots of memories, confusing sadness for boys and girls like you and me. Okay.
Okay. Question number 6. I'm editing it on the fly here. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Okay.
Ferret, it's just the later verses where they talk about Jackie Paper growing up and like abandoning
Yeah.
Puff that are the traumatic part. Where
So
it's like
The thing
Jackie came no more. It's like, why not? What, you just gonna abandon your friend? You're just like, too cool? You're too cool now?
Well, and it's the idea of just like when you're a kid, you're capable of playing pretend and you're delighted by all of these like little silly things, and then just at a certain point, these things just don't even matter to you anymore. And like as a parent, I'm realizing like a lot of that trauma is on us because we're the people that are like, oh yeah, you love this thing, right? This is our favorite thing. And the kid's like, no, I don't like that. That's kid stuff. And
Don't like it anymore.
and it's the adult's heart that break. Because the kid, their heart doesn't break for that thing. They're just like, yeah, moving on.
Yeah, I don't like Beyblades anymore.
I don't like Beyblades. Yes. Very sad. Everybody traumatized. Maybe I just didn't think about it that way. And now I am.
And now I am
Now you're
traumatized
traumatized.
again.
Okay. Bindi Bonnie's dad was one of the evil brothers on Pete's Dragon. Whoa! The original. I do love that movie.
Okay. The Absoluter Dragon. The Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Oh, I haven't started your timer. Sorry.
Well, I'm not sure what you're saying.
I know,
Okay.
but there's a good chance that someone in here does.
Okay. RC might know.
They might.
Oh, wait, no. Amy Roberts.
All right. Well, if you're looking at chat, then
Well, I mean, but I'm not. If she gets it right, I'm not gonna.
I don't know. I'm
You
just
know. But yes,
the
she did.
distance between
Well done.
nobody knows what you're talking about, and like, well, yeah. It's
I didn't
very
say
short.
well, yeah. I said Amy Roberts. She got it. She knows her Yu-Gi-Oh. It's time to duel. I would have known Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for sure. Come on now.
I know that's the famous one, so I was just reading the names on the list that I thought were
Other
funny or
dragon.
interesting or strange.
No, they're pretty funny, interesting.
Another
and-
verse dragon. There's so many dragons. I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm still in the A's.
Clipper! Hi! I saw Clipper in the Nurse Huckleberry birthday stream last night. That was fun. Very good stream. Very fun times. Thank you. We were she literally put out the call for like, hey, does anyone want to do this collab? Like, I want to say last week. It was very short notice. And I was a little nervous, but we pulled it together. I didn't get to stay because we had to, obviously take our son to school early this morning. So I did not stay up all the way to see EDBot or Tay. I felt bad because I really wanted to see the other things. I hope they edit it down.
Voice of Zoo just came in and saying that they loved our segment on Nurse Huckleberry last night.
Aw, thank you, Voice. Hi. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. What we're working right now on is this gigantic samurai dragon for RC Maniac. Because we're masochists, apparently. I love it. Yes.
I have one more. I can't see chat right now because my webpage is not updating. For
How
whatever
weird.
reason.
Weird, mister.
So I will read it and I will start the timer. I guess I can come around and read on yours because your chat's still going. So.
Okay.
All right.
Another.
This 2005 movie is considered by some critics to be the worst dragon movie.
I'm sorry, what?
This 2005 movie is considered by some critics to be the worst dragon movie.
Well, I mean, you could say that about any, right? Like, I think Thelma and Louise is the worst dragon movie. There's not even any dragons in that thing.
Sure, great point.
Wrong year, though.
Pretty terrible. Despite the fact that it is based on one of the best-selling fantasy properties of all time.
Ooh, I'm seeing some good guesses in the chat, mister. Yeah, RC is saying he's got he knows.
I would imagine RC would know. No. Aragon is 2006, 1 year after this. I said best-selling fantasy property of all time.
Okay, well,
because
was
it is based on a role-playing game. First published by TSR. There it is. There it is. D&D.
D&D was one of the worst dragon movies?
The 2005 adaptation is considered, according to many lists on the internet, to be one of the worst dragon films of all time.
What was the 2005 Dungeons & Dragons?
Exactly. That, I believe, is the Wayans Brothers Dungeons & Dragons.
The Wayans brothers did a Dungeons & Dragons
Well,
movie?
there's at least one of them in there. I believe.
Tu Wong Fu is the best dragon movie.
Well, all right. You might have a point
Nikki.
there. You might have a point there.
There you go. My gosh. To be a dragon queen.
Clipper says it was bad, but not terrible. RC says it was quite bad.
Okay, look, I didn't see it. I don't know.
Ferret, I've heard much more positive things about the current
Dungeons
and Dragons movie.
And when we say current, how long ago is that?
I mean, like last few years.
Yeah, the one with Christopher Pine, I want to say. And the Bridgerton guy. And look at me knowing celebrities.
Oh no, babe, you're going.
The guy
you're
from
going
the thing.
You're going full mom
It's
here.
the guy from the thing.
You know, he's the Bridgerton guy.
No, you know the guy.
And the Christopher Pine.
One of the Chris's.
Chris Pine, Mom. I call him Chris Pine.
Christopher Pine.
I call
Christopher
him
Pine.
Christopher because he's a handsome young man.
Yeah, well, I use his full name out of respect. Christopher Tiberius Pine. These legs do not ever want to stay in position. They're cute as heck, but they are
It might not have a Wayans in it.
Oh my gosh, mister.
Why did I get the idea there was a Wayans in
I don't know,
Dungeons
but
and Dragons?
I like your thoughts. Here we go. I like that camera's not on. We don't need to show that one. Okay, this is good. This is good. I need more of these crazy antlers up on the top, and then we'll have to just color them in.
I just typed Wayans Dragon movie.
Uh-huh.
Dungeons and Dragons is the one that came up. Oh, wait, 2000. There's another one.
No, there's another two. There's
a
another
2000,
Dungeons and Dragons.
a 2005,
Shush.
and a 2020.
Well, I definitely wasn't into D&D in 2000, so I probably wouldn't have clocked it.
So yeah, Marlon Wayans was in the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons. Whoa.
And wait, was Aragon a bad movie? Did that?
It is regarded as such according to the lists that I saw. That was like the number 2 one.
Number 2 bad dragon movie?
You know, there are a lot of lists and they're obviously all subjective, but the one that I saw coming up the most was D&D, and I think it was the 2005 one, although I could be wrong here. It was fairly hasty research. And then Aragon was 2006 and was not supposed to be good.
Oh, I never saw it. Didn't think it was
D&D
bad.
Wrath of the Dragon God was the 2005 one.
Oh, okay, and that was the worst one, or the
Cosmic Voyager,
yeah.
throwing this into the chat.
I love it.
I was into D&D in 1974. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, dang.
I helped Gary Gygax.
Wait, what?
What
do you mean?
You helped Gary Gygax? What is going on here? Like, you guys were just like pals? You
That's
guys were just
awesome.
Like, you're hanging out, throwing the dice with old GG?
He was going to name it Dungeons and Dice if it weren't for you and your great input. Mostly false. Oh, okay. Good. Look, we're fans of fun falses here.
You hung out with your friend Gary Gygax. He may not have been aware that he was hanging out with you.
We just called it hanging out with Gary Gygax when we were in the basement playing D&D. Mom, I'm
funny,
playing
like,
with my friend Gary.
Yeah, what if your parents are like Christian and they don't like you?
Going to my friend Gary's house.
I'm just gonna go hang out with Gary for a while, Mom.
Like friends of Gary being a euphemism for a nerd. Well, he's a friend of Gary, if you know what I mean.
Bricks O'Brien, who on earth made you make a balloon of the most highly detailed character design you've ever seen?
That'd be
Mr.
RC Maniac, living up to the Maniac title for sure. But also, he made a very sizable and generous donation to this stream. So we are grateful, and we love a good challenge. That guy, I know, Bricks. I know. What a maniac.
So Slurpee works for the Wisconsin Historical Society, which is cool.
Nice.
And has been celebrating the anniversary of the creation of D&D here in Wisconsin.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Wisconsin thing.
I didn't know Wisconsin.
Wow. So that's we got D&D, we got the Hodag, and all kinds of cool stuff.
Bert Fawcett, Enter the Dragon is the best dragon movie.
Uh-huh.
I have never really thought about that title. I guess Bruce Lee is the dragon? Or maybe the bad guy that's putting on the tournament?
I don't think
Like,
I've ever seen.
Is the tournament the dragon? So, Enter the Dragon is like the kung fu movie that so many other movies are based on or stealing the structure of.
Yes.
Guy who refuses to fight anymore gets drugged into a tournament.
Last tournament of champions
on
because
a weird island.
Someone is threatening someone else.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to, but
he has to
save
because he's just so good at kung fu. And yeah, it's like a crazy kung fu tournament on a weird island run by a crazy madman.
A weird cabal of okay, well, that makes sense.
Same as the plot as the first Mortal Kombat movie, but without portals to other dimensions. Same as the plot of Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
With fewer charismatic Americans that he has to seek vengeance for.
Cosmic Voyager, I hope to one day be able to play in-person D&D. I have had some virtual D&D experiences. One with Clipper Fury, who is one of the best DMs ever. Of course, I've only had, I've only played with a couple of DMs, but he was great. But I do think there's something missing that I would really love to experience with the in-person tabletop, with the little maps and the little.
Clipper says, "I'll take it."
Yeah, take it. Best out of 3, I think. But yeah, fantastic. Specifically in putting together a custom campaign that was just a one-off. I mean, I really do appreciate the effort that takes. So, friends, give your local DM some love. They work hard for you. Okay. How's this thing coming along?
So according to K-pop, Bruce Lee is the embodiment of the dragon. And then also same as Return of the Dragon. Return of the Dragon, same guy. Return of the Dragon. One of Amy Roberts' favorite dragons is still Falcor.
Oh yeah, the Luck Dragon.
I thought about doing a Falcor trivia question, but I didn't know if people would accept that as a dragon.
I mean, he's called a Luck Dragon.
I hear that he's also mammalian.
So, what do you think this guy is? You think he not a mammal?
I don't know.
I think dragons are not mammals nor reptiles. I think dragons are a whole other.
Really?
Yeah, that's because a lot of them.
I've always thought of them as reptiles.
Yes, but you are also been looking at Western dragons. Eastern dragons are a lot more hairier and with antlers. Do you know what I mean? That's like that's a mammal thing. Yeah. So I think that my understanding is that dragons, look, they magic. Your rules don't apply to them. Obviously oviparous, right?
I mean,
gotta lay eggs.
We have many.
I would not want to live birth a
ova,
dragon. That's for sure.
But if it's mammalian, then.
But it's not. I think it's its own thing, is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's its own thing.
It's its part of it.
Like a platypus.
Exactly. Yeah, dragons are monotremes. There you go. Now you heard it here first. Dragons are monotremes.
Western more reptile, Eastern more aquatic.
Ooh, aquatic. Interesting. I can see that. I can see that. Like Leviathanish. This one's on the top. This one's on the bottom of it. Ring there. Okay, so this is going to go here. Katana's on your left hip because you got to draw with your right hand. Always want to draw your sword with your dominant hand. Everybody knows that. It's just basic swordsmanship, dragon. I'm a basic swordsmanship dragon.
Everyone's going to think I'm crazy.
Well,
the thing I'm about to say next.
Okay.
Are semi-trucks designed
Dragons.
to look like Chinese dragons?
What? No. He's leaving the room. He's leaving the room. You should be embarrassed. Yeah, what an interesting conversation point you brought up, Mr. Sharp. Amy says they do kind of look like the Dragon Dance dragons, though. She can see it. Sharing, I keep them, and then they slowly shrivel away into unrecognizable, I call them zombies. It's pretty fun. But yeah, no, this room is filled with the desiccated remains of many a balloon. So you're saying this...
I'm saying if you look at the front,
Uh-huh.
the front looks like a dragon face. You got the long body.
I like that we got 9.5's chicken hype sticker on it. Well, I mean that's a long body, all right. Yeah. These could be These could be the horns, the antler.
See? Okay. Now we're
type
getting on
things.
board. Where was the first semi-truck manufactured?
I don't know.
Me either. Maybe it was somewhere in Japan where they're particularly fond of the Kirin, and that it was designed in some part to represent that mythical beast.
Yeah, RC, you've got that hype, chicken. I love it.
Casey Snow says, to be fair, I used to follow an artist who turned vehicles, trucks, jets, etc. into dragons. So it is a thing. Amy
But it
Roberts
probably
is saying
not-
long snout, long
But probably
body.
not the other way. You know what I mean?
I'm saying that the initial designers, or at least some designer along the way, thought about dragons.
Thought about dragons once during the design process.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe.
Dragon
I bet
formers.
the designer
more
thought
than meets
about
the eye.
the Roman Empire for a little bit while working on it too. Okay, I need to do a big poof of fur that kind of comes up over the shoulder. Unless, what is that?
Okay, so apparently, according to Amy Roberts, the semi-truck or tractor trailer was invented in Cleveland, Ohio. They needed a way to transport its horseless carriages to customers who lived far from Cleveland. Now, Casey, this is actually a good argument. Maybe it just turns out that aerodynamics work in similar ways in designs in nature as well as in engineering.
100%. Actually, I was watching a thing like the bullet train in Japan is like based on a specific bird that like can like just the beak shape because
Like
it
a
can.
hawk or whatever, because
It's not a hawk, but yeah, but like specific one. Yeah, it's like why not? When nature's proven that it works. Steel.
RC found this looking up a specific truck cab.
Olafab. Well, good.
Okay. Oh, it's actually modeled after Olafab because their nose is so aerodynamic.
Got you. Nice. Well, that's spectacular.
So Casey Snowart does sea slugs into dragon streams?
Yes.
What does that entail?
I love that.
Is it like little costumes?
RC, you would love that so much. Oh my gosh. Fantastic.
Casey, please do. Yeah. If you have a link to like a Discord or
Yeah,
Instagram
we'd
or
love
something
it.
like
We'd
that.
love
throw it up.
it.
Actually, let me real quick. I'll give you a permit.
Yeah,
or-
one more time, friends. Let's highly recommend the stream artwork of Casey Snow Art, who rated us earlier today. Just spectacular. Very. Like, of course, it makes so much sense to me that Casey would bring up the point of like that. Well, maybe like in design, it's like based on, you know, what works as aerodynamic in nature. It's like, of course, someone who like studies animals as she's drawing them would like bring up that point. Good thinking. What a smart brain.
I see this saying there's very much a custom semi cab that I saw years ago. Looked quite like a dragon. Hey, so another one other than the one you already linked. See, I might be crazy, but I'm not the only one with this particular madness.
Oh, good, it's spreading.
Casey Snow has a little biscuit link.
Woohoo! Yeah. Hang on.
This is lovely. It's a little sea slug dragon.
Okay, I want to see this.
Kind of like the, more in the like Glaucus style sea slugs.
Whoa, so cool. Okay, hang on. I'm going to share this. This is in which browser is this? Firefox? Okay, here we go. Is that going to work? Yes, if it was stretched to a point where I could see it. Hang on. We got to hide this. Go down here. Put this here. friends, why not turn a sea slug into a dragon? Look how cool this is. I love it. Like these glowing tendrils.
If you click the hashtag sea slug dragon, you can find more examples of Casey turning
With the
sea
actual
slugs
slugs for
into dragons.
reference. Yes. Sea slug dragon tag. Are you the only one who posts under that tag? Because it's great. RC, you're so happy right now that you've got like more cool dragon art to look at. I love that. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Casey. Love that. And thank you, who was it that mentioned the sharing? Yeah, thank you. You're sharing someone else's art. Look at you. I love it. That's what makes art wonderful.
Also, Casey's no blue sky is definitely okay. We are far more,
Oh, yeah.
far more positively valence towards your blue skies than some of the other
And your other platform.
social platforms these days. On Olafab, I like that too. That fluid dynamics is such an impossible field that we're still out here trying to copy birds instead of using computer simulations.
Right? So wild. But it's like, well, they actually like ran the proof of concept test. So let's just go with that. Can't blame them.
I think you're the only one doing them so far. Sea slugs are inspiring for design. I like when fantasy authors and artists and things
Are inspired by
that.
real life.
Because in the fantasy world you're imagining, they almost always follow the same laws of physics. And I'm much more willing to give you another world that follows the same basic laws of like motion, thermodynamics, etc. that we understand than I am to like try to get rid of those ideas or get rid of some of those ideas and keep others. You know what I mean? There's some fantasy properties that'll be like, it's 100% realistic world, except for these things are magic and these things have designs that won't support this, and other than that, it's pretty real.
Right.
And obviously, it's always going to be fantasy. You're always going to make
It's
leaps
all
of
right.
unreality, but I was like,
It is all
I like grounded.
fantasy. It's all right.
You want true fluid dynamics?
Rock and roll
Fish.
free.
They're even more efficient than birds.
What? Yeah,
Also-
if only air moved exactly like water.
Also, snakes.
Pretty efficient.
We don't even know how those guys work. We asked scientists, like, hey, how do snakes move? And the scientists just said, it's
Nick-
too creepy.
They're like
and they
real
ran away.
gross.
They're like, I think it moves by being gross. Gross and weird and kind of freaky and creepy.
Yep.
And we're like, well, could you study it? And they're like, no.
They're like, did you
No,
not
we'll
hear
not.
us? Gross, freaky, creepy.
Like, ask those herpetologists to study it. And like, we would, but they're too busy just like letting the snake curl around their arm and looking at it with disturbing looks on their faces. Herpetologists.
Disturbing look.
That's what they do.
Herpetologists.
They let snakes curl around their arms and they
And they
give
look at 'em.
Yeah. Pondering the orb, but in this case, the orb is a boa constrictor.
Pondering the cylinder. Pondering the snack.
Pondering the snack.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We've got. This is. Now, I didn't make the tail all the way, like, curve back to the other side, because, like, I honestly, I don't know. This tail is really long. It's, like, crazy long. If you look at the illustration, like, that tail has got to be, like, 10 times as long as the actual warrior. So, and as is, my tail is already pretty long. Like, it goes from here all the way up here, and then there, and then up there, and there. And I need to make it, like, this much longer to have it actually make the shape that it does. So I'm gonna be happy with it at this length.
RC says it is much long.
It is much long. And again, RC, I was saying, if you were this dragon, wouldn't you just use your tail as the main weapon? I feel like, you know. Oh, shoot. I twisted the bubbles. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just do it again. Heck it, we'll do it live.
RC read a thing that says that snakes are just plants that don't eat sunlight.
Snakes are plants that don't eat sunlight. But why? Why? They move. Plants don't move. They kill. Plants can kill. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
could kill tonight on Fox.
Probably tonight on the History Channel.
Darcy says, I explain. Okay. I'll read an explanation.
Let's do it.
They do eat sunlight, just
Some
with extra steps.
Yeah, highly processed sunlight. Processed through the bodies of your prey. Okay. So if I do this, and just tuck that there, is that gonna be enough? I wanna know. Just keep twisting this dragon here. Don't mind me.
Just because I was curious, I looked at the other entries on the worst dragon movies.
Yeah?
Number 2 is Blood Rain,
Blood
directed
Rain.
by Uwe Boll.
I don't think I've ever seen that. RC, have you seen all dragon movies ever made?
Uwe Boll is like one of those like classic, totally insane
No, it's a good name.
directors.
Let's see, I'll do a little bit of a glue dot, just kind of tack it down.
You think it was a video game first? That's very possible. You were looking to adapt a video game into a movie? Uwe Boll is who you would call.
Put in nice, warm, sunny spot, add water, does the rest, doesn't move a lot, is quite chill. Fair, but you also have to, like, give it crickets or, like, pinkies or something. Gross. But yeah, no, they do just kind of sit there. They're very efficient.
Uwe Boll also directed In the Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale, which is another one on the worst dragons list.
Wow, 2 entries on the worst dragon movies of all time list. What a brag.
He also directed the aforementioned a couple streams ago, Rampage,
Oh,
which, if you think about it, is also kind of a dragon movie in a sense,
it's like a giant crocodile movie, but yeah,
depending on what you think of as a dragon.
right. Obviously not mammalian enough for me, but what do I know?
Also, both Rampage and In the Name of the King have sequels.
Rampage
Didn't know
is a
that.
sequel? All right. Here we go. This is looking like something.
Well,
Holy moly.
it is looking like something.
Yes, it is. Got to do a little bit more white detail. And now, Mr. Sharp, we're keeping an eye on the time here, right?
It is 1:55.
Yeah. Now I know you wanted me to go grab the boy, right? I know. I'm sorry. This is just a very big dragon. It was you're absolutely right, Amy Roberts. That was the movie, Rampage. It does look like Discord from My Little Pony. Discord has like mismatched limbs and stuff, as I recall.
Amy Roberts, you don't know why when you heard Rampage you thought of the giant monkey movie with The Rock? Yeah.
Because
Yep,
that's it.
the one.
That's the one. Hey, and a
That's the exact
hydrate.
one.
Keep the Shana going. Oh my goodness. I think that's the opposite problem we have right now. But thank you. This here. All right.
Also on that list is Dragon Ball Evolution.
Sure, yeah. That was
Which is
someone
2000
guessed that on the worst dragon
Yeah,
movie.
2009. And the comment on this particular list is, it might be hard to think of a movie so utterly hated by its target fan base as Dragon Ball Evolution.
That's too bad. But then they probably should have just not made a bad movie. If you don't want people to hate your movie, don't make a bad movie.
Like, do you ever think of trying to do a good movie?
Ooh.
Here's
No.
what I would do. Okay,
Mhm,
if I were directing a movie,
Uh-huh.
first thing I would try to do,
Uh-huh.
make a good movie.
Okay.
Second thing I would try to do,
Right.
make a movie that people wanted to see. Okay, because here's what I think: if you make a good movie
Uh-huh.
that people want to see,
Okay.
boom,
Coast.
coast.
Okay. Well.
So I mean, I don't know why that's so hard. Like, did nobody ever think of this? Or
they probably
like-
just didn't try. There's
Probably didn't
someone
try.
on the team that's like, you know what, but what if we made a bad movie? And someone was like, okay. This is for that guy. Okay. There.
Bad movies are more popular with less work. It's called ROI, people.
Ah.
Return on Instagram.
My good friend Roy.
Return on investment, GBiv.
Yes. Yes.
Right, and don't hire M. Night Shyamalan. I think in this day and age, it's inexcusable to have an adaptation of a property that is helmed by someone that is not a fan of that property. I know that, like, we used to not have as strong of an IP culture as we do, but, like, in America, everybody is raised on these IPs, the people that, especially the people that go into the creation of them. And so the person helming your remake should be a person that grew up with the original and cares about it, and it's important to them. And the adaptations that really go off the rails, in my view, limited as it is, are the ones where the people adapting it are doing it because they're
As
people.
a money grab. They're doing it for the wrong.
Yeah, that people from the outside are like,
I see all the kids really enjoy this. What is it called? Dragon Ball Zizzes? Well, if we make a movie of that with M. Night Shyamalan's, we're bound to make a bajillion dollars.
Well, also, it's like, and let's not make it look like the character. Let's cast these other people and let's put it in this totally different time. You know, it's like,
because they don't care about the original. If it's not important to you, then those details and those markers aren't important to you, and you don't know which are the ones
these
you need
markers
to
are
keep.
very important to me.
Those markers are very important to her. But, like, you don't know which of the details to keep, what to modify, what to, update. It's like Spider-Man Turn on the Dark. We have a bunch of, like, Broadway people who did not read Spider-Man growing up, trying to be like, you know what the people want from Spider-Man? A new character named Arachne, who's actually a spider. Like, no, I think they want Spider-Man to do Spider-Man stuff.
I obviously never saw the Spider-Man musical.
I never saw it, but I've what's the word? I guess I've consumed with great schadenfreude the tales of the production. It's a very interesting saga.
Sure.
Like, the people that they chose, like, they brought in Julie Taymor.
Right, and she's great.
She's great.
She's amazing.
She had The Lion King under her belt. She adapted that. It was one of the most successful Broadway shows in the history of Broadway.
Specifically does, like, puppet stuff and, like, it's...
But she doesn't know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I have all these ideas. I heard the words spider and man, and I came up with 1,000 ideas. It's like, okay, but what about the one character who has a vast, like, lore and fan base who cares about the history
The
here?
reason
and-
why we're making... Oh, no? Okay, cool.
Clipper, that is a point that hits home too hard for me. People also love the origin of Spider-Man. The first 14 times just didn't quite tell the story.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't scratch
Yes.
that itch.
Right?
Yeah, it's good you never went to turn off the dark, because had you likely would have watched a man be seriously injured by poor rigging.
Yes, that is what I hear. But that's the part that I don't get. It's like I get the we didn't understand Spider-Man, so we made it what it wasn't. But also, you're a Broadway production with Julie Taymor money and clout. You can't get the rigging right.
Exactly.
There are professionals who do this for a living.
K-pop kept hearing about the injuries during the production and wondered who was in charge of that mess. I think the problem is that it was ill-conceived from the start. And
So all together, there was not a lot of enthusiasm, or there was a lot of money behind it. You think,
but there probably wasn't as
usually
much
when-
time and effort put into those aspects as there should be, and especially because the thing is, the script kept changing the whole time, and your
so you had,
rigging is
okay, well,
only
now
as
we
good as
need
the functionality that it can have
Sure.
given the time and
communication
constraints.
between various parts of your team.
And so if you're like, oh yeah, we're going to do that totally differently tonight, the rigging team might be like, wait,
Sorry, we're doing what now?
Okay, no, I mean, maybe we can, I don't know. Yeah, it was ill-conceived on all levels, and yet eventually turned a profit.
Did it really?
Yeah, for all parties concerned. So.
Well, is it one of those the producers kind of situations?
No, I think just over. I mean, a little bit in that people were probably watching it ironically
Sure.
to a large extent.
Curiosity, the NASCAR
Yeah.
watch.
RC does a lot with 3D printing. There's one company that released a printer and people went, oh my God, this changes everything. The industry legit changed over a year to catch up. Their users, this is amazing. Do it again, but bigger. The company, no, we want to change the industry again for our next one. Narrator, they came out with a new printer and it was pretty meh. Overpriced. And I know more people who have said, just wanted a bigger one. So not buying this printer. One job.
You got to listen to the people. You have people who buy your product, so
100
They're
times
giving
is
you-
better than 2 times.
yeah, right? All right. I think we may be done.
Whoa.
RC. Hang on, I got to get this a little bit here.
You think someone would have started by consulting the folks from Cirque du Soleil? I mean, that would have been a good place to start with,
But again,
acrobats.
you
and
need you need to have a good story before you worry about how to execute your stunts and your special effects. You need to have a good story.
Also, maybe the choreography was done by dance choreographers as opposed to stunt choreographers. I don't know. I don't know that much.
Mr. Sharp doesn't know much. I said I'm done, and I keep grabbing things.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Baiting and switching. Baiting and
Yep,
switching.
always. Okay. My little scissors, trim up all my nozzles. Go. And I'll just trim these off instead of tacking them back in. I think that'll work. Snip. 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 Fantastic. All right, you cool cats. Oh, wait, I have one more detail. I forgot. I remember it's the beard. I already made it. I just have to glue it. All right, friends. One more reminder. We do have subscriber gratitude channel in the Discord. It's open. So if you're a subscriber to SharpBalloons, make sure you make your way over to the Discord sooner than later and make a request for for your subscriber gratitude entry for the month. And we will do, I don't know when we'll do it, because I never know. Look at this. Look at this! I just glued on the little beard braid. Yes! Here we go. RC Maniac. Look at this. Big warrior dragon. I don't know if he's in his absolute correct positioning. But he's looking pretty dope. I'll hold his tail back so it's not in the way. Look at that. Pretty cool. Not exact, but I mean, look. We're never exact. We're never exact. We're just pretty darn close is the thing. Closer than you could ever imagine getting with balloons, yes? Cool. His legs. There, forward a bit. Yes. I love it. Look at, I tried to make like the ombre, the fade on the horns a little bit. I mean, I know it's not. Again, it's not perfect. We can only do what we can do. Oh, thank you, Baron Cat. Yay! This may be pushing it. Nope. Shana pulled it off. I mean, it was still definitely pushing it. Don't you sell yourself short, RC. Look at my fingers from blending the colors on the antlers. Yes, beautiful. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, RC, for this fun request. This was cool. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick clip.
RC, real quick, I have some raids picked out here that we certainly can do. However, this is your stream. If there is a particular raid target that you would like us to send to, I will give you that right.
Yeah, RC, let us know. Who shall we raid to today, RC? But before we do that, one last look. Here is our Dragon Samurai by, what was it? Torimi. So Tomiro, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. Thank you, Casey. It looks awesome. Yes. Look at that. Look at that tail. I like the eye. It's a little subtle. It's cute. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, K-pop fan mom, for rocking us like a hurricane. Look at this. It's so cool. Yeah, I make this when kids ask me for it at birthday parties, It's a bit much. Balloon twist goals. Thank you, sharing. Thank you. All right, fantastic. Okay, I'm going to do a quick clip here, and then we will raid out Mr. RC's giving you the choice. All right, here we go. Friends, today on SharpBalloons, a very special SharpBalloons, we recreated this samurai dragon. Look at this. Look how cool this is. We got the sword, the katana, the wakizashi. We've got our tail that curls around back. Look at these huge antlers, tiger-like face. I think this is amazing. This is an incredible request. Very complicated, but nothing's too good for RC Maniac. Thank you so much. Cool. All right. Tomiro. That was it. Tomiro. It'll only take 4 hours. Exactly. I'll be right there with you, kid. As long as you maybe take less if you don't talk to me while I'm making it. It's so cool. Nice. I'm delighted. I like the scale that this came out to. I think this is a good scale. Mr. Sharp, what do you think?
I mean, I think that he is one of the more detailed, complicated creatures, caricatures, figures that you've made.
I agree. Do we have a raid?
Yep.
Fan?
Yep.
I know, RC. We all love talking. Look, that's why I stream. I love talking. You caught me blue-fingered. All right, Mr. Sharp, where are we going to raid this fantastic room of human beings? Sorry we're running out quickly, but we have to go pick up our son from school.
Let's go to Kevo Koala.
How do we spell that?
KEVOKOALA.
Love it. What's Kevo doing?
He's doing digital art. He's got he's a little koala VTuber.
Oh, we
I don't
love
think
it.
it's a koala he's making, but it's very close up on it right now. Some sort of animal creature.
My mom just...
Oh, I see a Pokemon ball.
RC is familiar with Kevo. Fantastic. Friends, go ahead and copy and paste the raid message, whichever one applies to you. I just always love seeing the raid messages come up when we get a raid of new people in the room. Woo, I keep spitting. So please do copy and paste that greeting. They drew a dragon for you, ORC. Then they're good. Then they'll
All
know.
right, cool.
They'll understand. Good. They'll know what we came from. Sweet streams, K-pop. Thank you so much, K-pop. You are incredible. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you for all of the hydrates. It's been good fun, Richie. That is literally what we are trying to provide as a public service here. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And thanks for raiding Casey Snowart. Remember, friends, go follow Casey Snowart as well. If you like art created by, with community engagement, that's what you need to do. Peas and pies. Peas and pies, RC. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting and understanding that this kind of entertainment does need support. We appreciate you so much. Friends, we're going to go say hi to Kevo Koala. Bye, Super CHP. Good to see you. Okay,
Thanks
everybody.
again, RC.
Have a great remainder to your Monday. Bye. Go say hi to Kevo Koala.